Good evening and welcome. It is Friday night, which means it is Tech Talk. My name is Devon. I go by DevonDoesTech. And right over here, I will have my good brother-in-law and friend, John, but he is not currently here. So you'll have to give him just one moment. But he does have his beer poured already. So if you don't, make sure you get yours poured because we've both got ours ready to go. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate everybody being here. If you're old enough and you appreciate a good beverage, please make sure you have your own. No stealing beers. Good evening, Pinky. How's it going? Welcome to O'Shriner's Pub. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing pretty good. I live in the dream, absolutely. Couldn't ask for much more at the moment. Couldn't ask for much more. I actually have a couple of freshly frosted sugar cookies right here waiting for me. Nothing better than sugar cookie and beer. My daughter just got done making some, so she said I had to bring them down here and try them on stream so she could see, so we could give a live reaction of the cookies that she just baked. So, but of course, another one of those things that I need to wait for John. I can't just eat all of the cookies by myself. Living the dream. Hopefully you got your baseboards done. Is that what you said you were doing? Hopefully you got your baseboards done. That sounds like just an absolute blast. That is not something that I am interested in helping out with. I apologize. Got your new office done. The rest will be tomorrow. Awesome. I have to move to the basement this weekend. Yeah, I ended up doing that not too long ago. Gosh, has it been like almost a year probably already that I've been in the basement? Moved the office down to the basement. It was okay, but the room that I moved to didn't have a window, so we just got one put in not super long ago. A couple, like probably a month or two ago. No, it's probably been longer than that. I don't know. We got a big old window put in down there, and it is amazing. It is amazing having some actual sunlight come into the room. Super nice. Also really nice for filming videos. If you notice that I'm facing away from my computer in like all my videos now, it's because I am facing the window. Very nice natural lighting. Unlike this beautiful dungeon down here, where that's the only window and it's halfway covered up. But good. I'm glad that you're getting it done. That's the important part. Getting it done. And over here I have John.
Hi, I'm here. I injured my toe trying to hit the gritty. I need to bandage it up.
It's only funny because it's true.
And then Amelia needed to proceed to tell me and show me again how I was doing it incorrectly.
Yeah. It's only funny because it's true. The gritty strikes again. Yep.
I know.
When will the madness end? Not tonight, that's for sure. Not tonight.
All right, well, I'm going to have one of these.
All right, good luck. Well, we're going to...
These are courtesy of my niece.
This one's dripping. Dripping that frosting. All right. Let's see. Cheers.
A little hard.
Yeah, ASMR.
That's a sugar cookie with a lot of frosting on it. I'm going to savor that throughout the night, probably. because that is really sweet. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Amelia. Those are fantastic. I don't even know if she's watching. I don't think she is.
I don't think she is either.
We were probably supposed to wait for her to watch.
Oh, well.
All right. Well, just like 90% of the rest of these streams, I didn't really have anything planned for tonight. I was really, really hoping earlier this week that we were going to be building a computer tonight. Unfortunately, we are not. Long story short, the streamer that I was going to build it for lost some income, some streamer income, and because let's be honest, there's not a lot of people that get some decent streamer income these days. But so that one has been put on hold. Hopefully, definitely still happening at some point, but
Yeah.
probably not happening anytime soon.
Well, shoot.
Yeah. So there's that. And then I have to... I'll have to make sure. I don't know exactly what's going on. The next couple weeks, I might be either not streaming or we'll be moving it. Next week, we might be able to. I just don't know how crazy of a stream it's going to be. We've got the all-in-one gaming expo next weekend, which is Saturday and Sunday. It's not anything to do with Friday, but there's going to be a lot of prep, and like probably most of the stuff that I'm using down here for the stream is going to be going to that convention. So I don't know. I might be packing everything up before Friday night. We'll see. And then the weekend after that is John's birthday.
Yes.
As well as Planet Comic-Con.
So we got a lot going on there.
So we could be doing a stream Friday night, but it might be really loud and obnoxious and crazy down here, and I don't think everybody would appreciate all the extra lights. So, I mean, we could probably run a live stream, but it wouldn't.
Of just the party?
Yeah.
Well, party's Saturday night, but I don't know what I'm doing Friday night yet.
Yeah, I don't know. We still need to talk about that.
I know I wanted to earlier. I forgot about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just going to ask you at some point if you wanted to do two separate ones again. A St. Patrick's Day party and a birthday party, or if you just want to do one combined one again. But we'll figure that out.
Yeah, well, more importantly, this frosting is like a marshmallow frosting.
Yeah, it's really interesting. All right, and I just got confirmation now that hopefully, holy crap, it's Wyatt. Welcome to the stream, Wyatt. Just popping in to say hi. Hope you both had a great week. Had a great week. Absolutely had a great week. We're having a fantastic Friday night right now. I hope you had a good day, Wyatt. Thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate it.
Mine could have been better, but, you know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I won't bring the stream mood down.
I mean, unless it's sad tech news related, but we do have some sad tech news.
My work computer VPN keeps dropping. That's sad.
All right.
And I don't want to bring it up to management because I don't want them to say, well, if the computer's just not working, why don't you just come into the office?
Yep, that'll happen.
So my computer drops at least 3 or 4 times a day. I did get IT to look at it this morning because it was saying the security certificate wasn't working. It wasn't allowed. Don't connect to certificates you don't trust.
Okay.
And so I'm like, okay. But he went in there and he fixed it. But
Wyatt says, John, hope your weekend is as good as those cookies.
Oh, yeah. I hope so, too. It's going to go too quick, just like the cookie going away. It's going to be gone too quickly.
Yeah, it's going to go just as quick.
Because I got a busy day tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
I got a birthday party I'm going to in the evening, but I still need to go out and I need to get said birthday gift. I have no idea what to get.
I don't either.
So we're gonna see.
A new gaming PC.
She's not gonna want that.
Okay. I'm out of ideas then. Anybody else in
I am
chat?
too.
Ideas?
Ideas for a 31-year-old female. I have no clue what to get her.
I don't either. I apologize.
Yeah. So that, but then I'm gonna go around and shop around, I guess. I don't know.
That's good. Oh, a blanket is Wyatt's suggestion.
She's got a lot of blankets, but I maybe.
Who doesn't have a lot of blankets at this point in their lives? Come on, blankets are the best.
She's really into wine right now, so I was thinking maybe like a wine holder or like a cool bottle opener, like a corkscrew or.
Yeah. Pinky suggests a massage gift card or a Stanley Cup, not the hockey kind. I don't know.
Do I dare Google that? I'm afraid. Cause see, I'm all about the hockey stuff. I'll spend the rest of this. Today was the trade deadline. I could go on about that today. Very disappointed in my team, but when have I not been disappointed in my team? Okay, that's a Stanley Cup.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's a tumbler.
Yeah, so it's
For
a
everybody wanting to know.
different brand of Yeti or whatever. That's how I know. Ooh, get a Houdini to seal the wine and keep it fresh.
A Houdini?
$40 cups that are the craze for the housewife, Target iced coffee women.
A Houdini wine? Is it? Oh, it's like a. Well, I guess I'm gonna go to Target or something like that. I guess tomorrow and look.
I mean,
around.
I think that's probably a safe bet. Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, this stream just got off on an incredible tangent already. Yeah, I don't get the craze, but my wife has several now. Feels unnecessary, but she's happy.
Of the
I
cups.
I get it. Yeah. I mean, I appreciate having a nice cup. I don't go crazy with mine. I don't buy multiple. But I have a nice cup for like most of my different things. Like this right here is my beer glass. Nobody else gets to drink out of it. It's my favorite. There's nothing special about it. It's just
they look identical.
I know, yeah, they look identical. They're basically the same. But that one's mine. I also have like my own, coffee mug. Like it's mine. It's my favorite one. Nobody else gets to drink out of it. It's a nice one, but again, I don't have like multiples of them. I also did just get word that hopefully in a little bit we'll be having a special guest on the show.
Awesome.
Somebody
I
that
don't know if I can vamp here for another few minutes.
somebody that you guys have not yet met on stream, but Nick the Nerd from KC Game On said that he might be stopping by for a little bit. So we'll hope that he can find the pub all right, and he'll be stopping by hopefully for a little bit. So that should be fun. Talking about some LAN party gaming stuff. Nerd alert, yes. Yes, he is. He's quite the nerd. If you think I'm a nerd, you have no idea. He is currently at his son's basketball game, so he's got a pass for being late. It's fine. But yeah, hopefully he'll be able to make it over for a few more of these. He's definitely got lots of stories and lots of knowledge and lots of stuff to talk about. So he's a very interesting guy.
So the other night when we, excuse me, I'm so sorry. The other night when we were playing Sea of Thieves and you had to go take Leo to bed.
Oh yeah.
Nick jumped on and talked to us, but I think he talked to Katie and I for 20 minutes straight about old movie theaters and being a projectionist and how that all worked.
Yep.
It was very interesting, except my problem was I had to visualize it, so I couldn't understand a word he was getting at, even though I'm a big film guy, So, but it was still, very knowledgeable in that area. So I'm sure he'd bring it up. Or if I bring up hockey stuff today.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Because he's a hockey fan as well.
Oh, man. Let's see. Otherwise, I was going to ask what everybody's opinion on esports is.
Funny enough, let me chew this cookie real fast.
I'm excited to see what your response is to that question in general.
I was looking through my Google Docs the other day.
Okay.
Or it was a thumb drive or something I was looking at, and I saw a Word document just called LOL. And I'm like, what would I have had that was called LOL? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
And then I was like, did somebody like hack this and put something on there? I was thinking, running through all these scenarios.
Yeah.
So I finally opened it up, and it was League of Legends.
Okay.
But it was though my paper that I had written in college.
Ah.
You probably remember this now that I'm telling you. I wrote a paper on is esports sports?
Yeah.
Is considered a sport?
Is that helpful for you?
A little bit.
And
I can read it. Okay. So I remember, I think I asked you questions on it. I don't know if I cited you. I probably did. But you had told me about and I know him now only through how popular he is now with other stuff like Skara. You mentioned how he was at the time the Michael Jordan of League. I think you made the comparison.
Wow.
And
I would have said that. All right.
Yeah, but this was also 9-10 years ago.
Yeah.
So, but it was about that. But the topic of the paper, because it was for a sports management class, was is esports a sport? And so I took both sides. I listened to you. You gave me why you said it was a sport. And then I actually asked one of my friends who played hockey, funny enough, and she was in sports like physical therapy, I don't know what sort of thing. And she said, no, it's not a sport because there's no physical activity to it. But even though there's a competitive nature to it, to what sports generally are, there's no physicality to it.
Sure.
So she said, no, it's not a sport. So, read what Wyatt says there.
Wyatt says esports are definitely sports. You've got players, fans, referees, hotly debated rules, people that cheat, and vendors that throw money at it like crazy. Absolutely.
But again, I understood her point, and that's why I wrote it in the paper of, well, there's no physicality to it. Every other sport you can think of, there's something where your body's actually moving. Yeah. You're not really doing that with esports. You're sitting, your mouse.
If you want to get down to it, there is physicality to it. I mean, not, to the same degree as sports. Traditional sports, right? But
I think, though, my paper I argued that it was a sport. Yeah. But it was supposed to be, I was getting both sides. And
sure.
But yeah, that class was fun, and I guess, I remember some of it at least.
Well, I wanted to bring that up because I don't know if you saw my tweet from earlier this week, but the Olympics has officially announced that they are including esports in their repertoire of, what do you call them? I don't want to say sports. I was going to say
events.
Events. There you go. That's what I was looking for. I was like, in their activities? No, that doesn't sound right. Events. Yeah, in the Olympic, during the Summer Olympics here, we are going to see some esports competitions.
When will that take place, though?
I don't know. I think it's next year, 2024. I don't know when. I have no idea when. But
I didn't know
I think it's summer this.
Yeah, but I didn't know if they were gonna skip not this coming Olympics, but the next one. They're really planning that out. I have no idea either.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm hearing about this for the first time.
I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, so you did not see my tweet then about it. Okay, great. This is actually good. I can get your legitimate reaction to this then. Let me pull up my tweet really quick. So, actually, maybe, okay, as soon as I find it here, I'm going to pull it over to the other screen. So, along with them announcing that they are including esports in the Olympics, they announced what games they're going to be playing in the Olympics. So we have, oh gosh, that just ruined it for everybody else's viewing experience. I need to get an actual mouse or something so I can do this better. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. All right. Is that helpful? Okay, hopefully everybody can see that. So the games that they're going to be playing, there's an archery game called Tic-Tac-Bow. There's a baseball game, WBSC Baseball Power Pros. Chess on chess.com, because as long as you just throw it on a website, it's an esport now. There's going to be a dancing. Just Dance is going to be featured in the Olympics. Gran Turismo is going to be the motorsport. Virtual Regatta is going to be the sailing esport. Tennis Clash, as well as Virtual Taekwondo. No CSGO, no Rocket League. Yeah. So it's interesting. It has thrown the world of esports into turmoil. Because on one hand, the esports world is very excited that they are now being included in the Olympics. On the other hand, for some reason, the Olympics thinks that these are esports that people care about, or they know about, or they have practiced already.
I mean, they're technically not wrong. It is an electronic sport.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
What's not obviously the term esport people are going to associate with as was it Pinky said in there your CS:GO, your League, those are not Gran Turismo or
there's
Just Dance.
There's definitely tons of different sides to this, right? And I think the first one that you talk about is, think about traditional Olympians, right? They've been doing their sport for their entire lives, right? So you're talking about the best of the best of the best at these sports. But what a lot of people are saying is, you look at these and nobody even knows what they are. Yeah, we've heard of Just Dance, Chess.com, and Gran Turismo, right?
Yeah.
So whether those are esports or not, we've heard of those. But on one side, you're not going to get the best of the best of the best of anything, because nobody's the best at these games. Nobody's even heard of these things. Who's heard of Tic-Tac-Bow before?
Yeah, I don't.
I literally saw that and I was like, is this a Newgrounds game? Is it?
Yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it?
It does. It sounds like it's a game on a website from 2000. So that's one of the first arguments, is that you're not going to get, the best of anybody, because nobody knows what these are. Nobody's been practicing. And of course, obviously you can't be some kids now can be practicing their whole lives on esport, right? But I guarantee nobody, except again, maybe chess. But that's the least I feel. That's the least esport out of all of these, probably.
Yeah, chess is the only one, because that's got a big Twitch following.
Yeah, for sure. I get it. So that's one side, is that people are like, and that's where I think a lot of people are getting construed, is that, yes, I would have loved to see League of Legends and Counter-Strike or Valorant or Overwatch or literally any other game that somebody's heard of. But I think that's one thing. Like, you can pick any game. It doesn't even matter. Right? Chess is kind of... That's just a weird one to me. Because for me, it's probably the one that makes the most sense on this list, and it's the one that makes the least sense to me.
Well, then they could do... There was the whole chess boxing event that was a few weeks ago or months ago at this rate.
Crazy.
You know, they could just implement that, I guess.
I think chess boxing would be more entertaining to watch.
Well, it's got the physicality to it. People are training for that, and then plus the chess involved.
Yeah. Do they do boxing in the Olympics? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, boxing's I think.
I haven't watched the Olympics for a while.
I think boxing's I know they took away. I know there's like some events that they've like taken away, which makes zero sense.
Yeah.
But I don't think boxing was one of those. But
so that's one side of it. The other side to this is obviously esports in general are just so strange compared to traditional sports, because a video game is not like baseball. It's not like football. It's not like a traditional sport where nobody owns the rights to the sport football. Anybody can go and start a football league, right? Track and field. You think about all those like track and field events. Running. Like, nobody can copyright running. Nobody can trademark shot put.
Yeah.
Like throwing a big rock. You can't trademark that.
Excuse me. By the way, this article says boxing could be dropped from the 2024 Olympics.
I believe it, yeah.
And it said it wasn't on the program for 2028.
Okay.
So.
That's kind of what half the reason I asked, because I assume it probably was there and was probably going to be taken away if it hadn't been already. But
yeah.
So it is kind of weird too. Like, you think things like League of Legends. Do you really think that like the Olympic Committee is going to go to Riot and be like, "Hey, let us use your game"?
Yeah.
Can you imagine just the crazy money publishing stuff that goes into that? Like, who knows what those contracts look like? Who knows? And then what happens if like a server goes down? Like, who's responsible for that stuff? Are they, like, I can't imagine what happens, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I assume that there was something to do with these that were either free to use, very, very. They're all probably Gran Turismo, Just Dance. Those aren't free to buy. I don't know. I don't know. There's probably some other.
Are those both Microsoft?
No,
games? Gran
Turismo is PlayStation only.
Oh, okay.
Just Dance is cross-platform on everything.
Okay. I didn't know if there was like something like that or.
Yeah. So, I don't know how that works. I don't know what, but I'm sure that some of that had a play in there. Like, who knows? These all also look like very single-player games.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they just didn't want to deal with the team stuff, which is
probably.
Also kind of weird because, I mean, there's definitely a lot of Olympic sports that do teams, so it's not like that's something that's brand new. But they are definitely all like single player, type of games. But yeah, so that's just I know that's not like tech related, but that is esports related, and it's definitely something that I was paying attention to, and it was just a super, super strange thing that happened this week.
Yeah. No, I did not see that.
Yeah, and it's just thrown all of esports, the esports world, into just a complete tizzy. So good times. I can't wait though. It's also, I think, gonna be weird because I don't think they're running it like the same way that they're running the rest of the Olympics. So they're not doing like qualifiers, they're not doing whatever. It's just like a week run tournament up to the Olympics or something like that.
Gotcha.
Just literally anybody can go in and play, and just get in there. Which,
well, I will not be doing so.
Yeah.
So
well, and I think that's another thing that they're like a little bit. There's a lot of people in the esports world that are like a little bit disappointed at that like everybody's just like, okay, so what happens when like that guy just wins tic-tac-bow because he like got lucky, or I don't know. It's just an interesting situation.
Yeah.
I think it's funny for the most part. So yeah, hopefully everybody is just enjoying esports for what they are, whether they're sports or not, whether they're part of the Olympics or not. Hopefully everybody just enjoys video games. That's my thought.
I'm not that competitive, so I don't play those.
I'm this close to getting platinum in TFT again. This has been one of the hardest sets for me. I'm not competitive either, but I like some TFT.
No. I just stick to Sea of Thieves and
It's a good one.
the
to stick
couple rounds of Fortnite we've done.
to. Yeah. That's fun. I really want to play Back for Blood. Did you ever play that with me?
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't really care for it though, but
I really want to play it again. I've been getting that like itch. I'm like, I want to play something like that. Doesn't have to be necessarily that game. Did you ever play the Warhammer Vermintide with us?
no.
Okay. Well, the new one of that came out recently, probably like a month or two ago. I don't remember. I want to play that. That's another one that's just like 4-player co-op. Shoot all the mass hordes.
Well, then you should consider getting the one that I play with, George and his friends. I told you guys about it a couple weeks ago, that Risk of Rain.
Yeah.
Because that's the same thing. You're your little character, whatever class you are, and then you just go through. There's like 4 levels. It takes about an hour to do. And then you shoot everything, and then you get power-ups. And then the thing I liked about that game, or have liked about it, is even though it's about an hour long, and it's the same map every time, or generally the same, your load or your progression is going to be different every single time, your power-ups. So it's got
That's cool.
mega
I like that too.
replayability.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's short, takes about an hour to complete a whole game, and it gets progressively harder as it goes along. I liked it. Now, I got gifted it by one of his friends. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have gotten it myself, just because I didn't want to spend the money for it.
Yeah.
I was cheap, but he was very gracious to gift it for me.
We've got C News Network
Whoa, look who!
back
Hello.
in the chat saying Back for Blood had so much potential, but the card system got old pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I actually got far enough into the game for it to get old, honestly. I started playing and I was like about done with it, and then I got to the level with the bar and the music playing and just slaughtering all the zombies, and I had a blast with that. But then I only played a couple more levels, and then I got back into other games.
I just don't like too complicated games,
Yeah,
and that game
well-
felt too complicated for my liking.
Yeah, the cards were really hard for me to understand. It was one of those things that like it'll click, and then you're like, oh, okay, this isn't too bad. But yeah, before you figure it out, they don't make any sense. You're like, because there wasn't. I don't remember. It was a long time ago, but I feel like there wasn't a lot of a tutorial on those cards either. If I'm remembering right, it was just like, here's some cards.
Not that I recall. I only remember like the first like level, and then you get to like like the farm, like a farm area maybe. That's like your hub, I think. That's about all I remember.
Oh yeah,
And
the
then
like campsite thing.
yeah, and then we didn't play anything after that.
Yeah.
But see, in George and his friend group, none of them really like Back 4 Blood, but there's one guy that loves the card system,
Yeah.
and he wants people to play it. And then everyone's like, well, why don't rather just play like Left 4 Dead or something? Get the same thing.
Yeah. Menus were trash and not very clear in some parts. Yeah. Yep. It was. I feel like there were definitely things like that could have been better for sure. Yeah, it took a long time for me to figure out. It was like going into missions. There was some menu system that was like, do you want to start a run? Do you want to continue your run? Do you want to? There was using a bunch of like verbiage like that I didn't I was not
It's like,
familiar
no,
with.
I just want to go
and-
shoot zombies. Like,
yeah, it was. I'm not saying that right. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was. We should probably like actively play a game recently before we before we criticize it.
But again, I don't hardly play anything except for well, now he's in here, Sea of Thieves. That's about all I play. And again, I've been playing. I probably haven't mentioned. I probably told you, but Clone Hero, Guitar Hero on the PC.
Yeah.
That's like the best thing I could have ever found. I will play that endless nights here.
Yeah.
Just going through,
good.
and it's all
Good
free.
stuff.
That's the nice thing. It's all free,
right.
and so free charts, and it's wonderful. But between that, like I said, Sea of Thieves, and occasionally that Risk of Rain. I did Dead Space 1 and 2.
Oh yeah. That's good.
I'm waiting to play Dead Space 3 though. I did not play the remaster of Dead Space though. But
Guitar Hero is on the PC.
it's Clone Hero is what it's called. Look it up. Clone Hero. I think they finally, like, they always have the, like, oh, this is the beta version. This is the whatever.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
finally out of that, and it's, like, actually fully released. I think.
Officially.
It's, like, officially released
no
now.
early access anymore.
Correct.
There you go, right there.
Yeah, so I found it tricky to download songs because you have to put them in a folder and then you have to unzip them and all that. And I'm kind of a boomer when it comes to techie stuff like that. That's probably why I'm here, because Devon knows all the tech and I don't. But once I figured it out, oh my god, I need more hard drive space on my computer.
Yeah.
Because I've used up so much of it on here and other games, of course. But
we can do that.
But it plays wonderfully. I love it. And I think they finally have it for like the Rock Band stuff too. So if you have which I don't have my drums down here.
Nice.
But if I did, I'd be playing the drums, because that was my big thing.
My only guitars are PS2 guitars,
Yeah.
so
And the 360 USB guitars, those are expensive.
Oh, really?
So like I've got 2 or 3 of them at home. I've got my one here.
yeah.
But those go for like $70 to $100, I think, a piece.
Oh, gosh.
And some of them you see are in terrible condition with tons of
yeah.
stickers, and
Yeah.
mine's in very good condition except for Lola, our dog, chewed when we first got her. She chewed on the whammy bar. When she was a puppy, she chewed on the whammy bar.
That'll happen.
And so now that she's gone, I hit the whammy bar and I feel her little bite marks. I'm like, oh, okay, Lola's here with me. She's here.
Oh, that's
But
so sweet.
yeah, Clone Hero is great. I would highly recommend if you do like Guitar Hero.
Yeah, as long as it's USB hardware, I assume, or as long as it is.
Yeah, you can use the hardware.
Probably have an adapter. I'm sure they make.
I'm sure. Mine is the original 360 guitar. It's the white, whatever you call it. I don't remember what the name of it was. But yeah, there wasn't even downloading any drivers for it. You just plugged it in. It just worked.
Yeah,
It was wonderful.
That's awesome.
So like I said, those are my games. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you know me, I'm watching movies constantly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know if I've watched anything. I watched Morbius. Finally, it was
Good.
not worth it.
Okay.
It was as bad as described.
Well, I'm sorry.
But
I'm sorry to hear
I've been
that.
watching other stuff that probably chat isn't gonna be too into. But
Neither.
and I don't want to.
Devon doesn't know.
I don't
what
want to
I'm doing,
derail.
so.
I could derail the stream by talking about movies, but that's for my own stream.
All right. Here I've got another one. So I'm a phone guy, right? I like phones. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I mean not necessarily those phones, but so one phone that has really interested me lately is the Nothing phone. I don't know if you're familiar with the Nothing phone.
No.
So the Nothing phone, let me just like pull it up on like Amazon here really quick, just so you can get an idea of what the Nothing phone is. So it's a brand new company. They haven't done anything before. Just like, I think it was 2019 or 2020, they started releasing hardware. They released the phone. They released Earbuds. Is that it? Is that all he did? Did they do? Am I missing something?
I have no idea. I've never heard of this till now.
Yeah, so it's a really cool phone. Yeah, so there's the earbuds. Oh goodness
Oh my.
gracious.
TOS.
All right,
TOS.
let's just move away from that. So it's really interesting because this is an actual like glass panel. These are the insides. These are all like LEDs that light up. Like when you get different notifications, they can light up in different patterns and things. Kind of cool. Just everybody loved it when they released this phone, mostly because it was literally anything different. Just wow. It might not be like the best thing ever. It might not be the most useful thing ever, but people were excited about it. What? You had a big dinner, your pants are tight, relax your minds. Alrighty.
Who's on that?
That was Scarfino.
Oh.
I'm guessing that I'm hoping that the YouTube chat filter helps me out tonight because it looks like I'm gonna need it. Okay, so they have that phone and those earbuds, these earbuds here. So they just released like this tweet.
It's a beetle.
They're teasing something. No idea what they're teasing. You said TOS and thought what I said before came through. Oh my gosh.
Oh no. It was whatever was on the screen.
No,
is
it
TOS.
was my Amazon search history.
Oh, that's bad if
No.
you say it that.
It's a joke. It was not.
Okay.
I'm not searching interesting titles about teenage boys.
Okay, anyway, so describe what's this?
I'm not sure. I was wondering if anybody else had any ideas as to what they're teasing with these tweets.
What kind of beetle is that? There's a name for it. I can't think of what the name is.
It's a Hercules beetle.
Hercules beetle. Okay.
Isn't that right?
Maybe. Hercules.
I ruined streams. Yes.
So maybe
He
the
does.
next phone is gonna be called like a Hercules phone or something. I don't know. That'll be the brand name.
I mean, I would imagine that they're gonna stick with the Nothing branding.
But I mean, like, it'll be called the Hercules. I don't know.
Literally, they called it the Nothing Phone 1.
Oh, okay.
And they're the Nothing.
Then I have no
headphones.
idea.
So everybody's just assuming like the next phone is just going to be called the Nothing Phone 2, but they could. It's a tongue beetle. Yeah, so I'm super intrigued, really excited because when I just picked up this Pixel 7 and I was like 51% wanted to get the Pixel, 49% wanted to get the Nothing phone. I was like that close to getting a Nothing phone. And if they had released something like this before I had made my decision, I probably would have waited to see what they're teasing here. Yeah, tons of people are talking about like Beatles ringtone collaborations and things like that. But somebody in here, one of these comments was, you're going to release a product with a bunch of bugs. And they just responded, they're like, the beetle is actually an insect. It's not a bug. So, yeah, so I don't know what that's going to be, but I'm excited. I would love a new really weird phone like that. So
Again, I'm a boomer. I stick with my my iPhone.
Transformers Insecticon collab. Is Insecticon an actual thing, or did you just make that up?
Autobots, it's time. We're rolling out.
I hope you just made that up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else in your chat has ideas.
FYI, you downloaded Rocket League. Now you just have to find a controller. Yes. Please find a controller because it is not fun game on keyboard and mouse. LOL, they were actually a guy in the comments. Yeah, absolutely, dude. They were doing that all over. Constructicons equals concrete mixers and stuff. Insecticons equals bugs. I'll get the chat back up for you. There you go. I need to come up with a way to split it in half so that I just need to do this. So that I don't end up closing it all the time.
Yeah. There you go.
There. Is that tilted
Okay.
enough
Yeah,
for
you're
you? Is Constructicons a thing? Is that a thing? I don't even know.
I don't know. I don't know Transformers
You don't
really.
do Transformers?
No. I wasn't into them as a kid, and I only ever saw the first movie.
The Constructicons combined to form Devastator, aka the best Transformer of all time.
And he's a
Okay.
Decepticon.
He's a Constructicon that has combined and done a fusion
But he's probably a
dance with the
Decepticon
rest
because
of
Decepticons are the bad guys.
You don't think the Devastator is a good guy?
No. Although I think Starscream, like
Yeah.
I think he's a bad guy, but he always sounded like
Yeah.
he was a good guy.
Yes, he's a Decepticon too, in green and purple.
Reed, am I right? Is Starscream a Decepticon? Starscream, like
Scream. I think it's Scream.
Like-
Yeah. I think.
I think so too, but okay, I'm right.
You're right.
Because I always thought he sounded like
Right
he was
about
a good guy too. With
He sounds nice though.
yeah, he sounds like he does. Like he does sound like a nice guy. I always thought-
Starscream and the Devastator.
but then yeah, he's a bad guy.
Starscream is Megatron's lackey.
Megatron.
Okay, good to know. Thanks for the Transformers lesson.
Yeah, again,
Starfina.
I only ever saw the movie.
My favorite's Bumblebee.
Oh, yeah, okay. Google Devastator.
Google Devastator Transformers. Guarantee you guys have seen it before.
I guarantee you guys.
Devastator Transformers. Devastator.
In the words of William Shatner, I don't know. I have no idea who this is. I've never seen this man before. That was a conversation he had about George Takei, a man he worked with for many
Yeah.
years.
There's the Devastator.
Cool.
Yes.
I have no idea who he
He was
is.
in the movies too, but a different version.
Well, again,
Hopefully the cooler version was in the movies because this thing looks not cool.
looks pretty dumb. Yeah, no, I don't know this. I'm sorry. Sorry to disappoint.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I've seen that before, but not familiar.
The only Transformers I ever played with as a kid were those like McDonald's Happy Meal ones, where they transform into like the little chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets. Your fiance is home. Gotta go. Have fun. Thank you for stopping by again. Appreciate it. It's always good to have you in the stream.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not following CNN, make sure you go follow them. They've got some amazing Sea of Thieves content.
Stuff that we missed out on. Funny enough.
Bro, those McNuggets and big breakfast Transformers toys were amazing.
There's also one that I
likes
had.
his McDonald's and
There was
his
also one
toys.
that I had that I don't think was a Transformer, but it was like a little jet. It was a little green jet.
Okay.
And then you squeeze the wings, and it had like Beetlejuice like eyeballs in there and a big tongue. I don't know. I should see if I could find it.
I'm not familiar with that either. Sounds interesting.
Let's see.
Sounds like a good time either way.
Right there.
Yeah, that definitely is a Beetlejuice type
You
of
should
thing.
type that in so they can all see it.
What is it? Beetlejuice plane?
So no, it was Hot Wheels actually. Hot Wheels Vintage Attack Pack, and then do Jet.
Attack Pack Jet?
Do Jet. And then do like images or something. Really?
Oh, I remember this one. I had one of these. For sure, I remember that.
Maybe do McDonald's after it or something. Oh, I guess that's him right there.
Is there no other? Interesting. Yeah, I remember that one. Oh my gosh. Katie has been telling me and updating me all about this murder trial.
See, I wasn't lying.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who Alex Murdaugh is. But I mean, if he killed his family, he should probably go to jail, I guess. I don't know. You remember the tiger stripe one with the mouth? You had to watch the Netflix show about his family. Yeah, I don't have time for that. I don't really care. to be honest with you, I'm too busy grinding TFT. I'm almost back to plat. It's 3 hours. I don't got time for that. That's like 6 games of TFT.
See, I don't watch that, but I will watch 3 hours watching a movie. You know.
I'm looking for the tiger one. I don't see anything. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you're saying, Tiger One. Sorry. I guarantee you spent 3 hours on Twitter today. Absolutely, I did. For sure. I spent probably more than 3 hours, to be honest.
I had to work, so I was on work, and then I tried napping, and then I finished a movie, and that's why I was late getting over here.
Ugh. John.
I was almost done with it. It was a 2.5 hour movie. I had an hour left. I started last night. I wanted to finish it. For anyone interested, it was Triangle of Sadness. There you go.
Okay. All right. Good to know. All right, now that Scarfino has scared everybody else out of chat, what would you like to talk about, Reed?
I'll battle you in Pokemon. Again. The Hoenn tour was so bad, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not.
Sorry.
I did get 2 legendary shinies, but the rest of it was
He
not
said he's
good.
down. Send him a challenge.
Well, I don't want to derail the stream with that, so because that's what happened
If you
last
wanna
time.
do that, go
No,
for
it's
it.
all right.
Pick a theme. Only purple Pokemon. That's your theme.
I don't.
No, not pink. That's too easy. Purple.
I could probably do that.
Yeah, purple probably isn't that hard either.
Oh, look what can of worms I opened here. I gotta shiny check these real fast. I got an egg hatching. Give me a second.
Uh-oh. He's got an egg.
It's a 2K egg, though. It's a why not. And he ain't shiny. I do have, by the way, a Relicanth for you guys.
Okay.
Because I guarantee you didn't get them on the Hoenn weekend.
No.
And you can only get them in 10K eggs.
I did not.
And you can only get it in Australia and New Zealand. So
I did not.
you're welcome.
Oh, thanks.
I've got a few of those. Let's see.
Yeah, why isn't excuse me. Why isn't Pogo an Olympic esport?
They have their own championship stuff.
Oh yeah. We're gonna do a Pogo tournament at Casey Game on this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Great Ultra or Master League? We'll do Master League.
Hopefully,
No limit.
Hopefully, the plan is we're gonna have somebody come in and run a whole mobile gaming room. So I don't know what tournaments he's specifically going to want to run, but I told him that Pogo had to be one of them. I'm like, I know that you don't probably play Pokemon Go, but you have to do that. You have a whole KC Discord full of Pogo players, but I'm no longer there.
I'm trying to find.
Could be. Are you going to come down for the LAN, Reed? End of April. You can stay in my backyard if you come down. No.
All right, here's all the purple. I've got purple Pokemon.
Purple Pokemon.
And we'll do one, and I won't derail this thing, because that's what happened last time I was here.
Yeah, because Nick just said he's on his way, and if you're
right.
still playing by the time he gets here, he's going to play too.
I figured. He's choosing his team. They better all be purple, because mine are all purple.
He's a man of his word until it comes to TFT.
He leads with a Swampert, and that's going to be not fun. I'm probably going to lose this one, so we'll just see how it goes. I led with a Shadow Mewtwo,
Okay.
because he's purple.
All right. Yep, I'll allow it.
Garchomp's not purple. Disqualification.
I mean, I would.
He's
not,
blue.
I was gonna say I would not say that Garchomp is purple.
I just knocked him out though with my Ice Beam.
There you go.
So he put his Swampert back out.
Yeah, but I would say that.
And the Swampert shiny is like pink.
Yeah,
So
no,
I'll give him a pass on
Yep,
that one.
Yep. And also I think just being being that you put it to Master League, like I don't know how many.
It's no limit.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know how many super high CP Pokemon.
One of mine's not high CP, but he's purple. So that's why I use him. I put out my shiny Vaporeon.
Okay. All right.
I don't want to lose him though, so I'm out of shields, unfortunately. But Reed still has one. But water against water is not going to do great. I wish I could have this up on the screen.
Yeah,
that'd be way more exciting for your content.
That's the next thing we'll have to do. I mean, it's easy enough to grab, the other webcam. I've done that before. I could just zoom it in, but otherwise, well, the hard part, we could do it. We do it multiple ways. We could do like a wireless stream, and then we'd be able to just capture it the way that I'm capturing this one monitor right now. It'd be on the computer. Otherwise, we could run a phone through a capture card, but that's a lot of extra hardware.
Yeah.
Because I don't think my capture card's working anymore.
Mm.
The last time I tried, I could. Well, no, it worked the day before the stream, but then when I shut everything down and booted it back up, I couldn't get the capture card to work anymore. So I don't know if it finally took a dump or what.
Well, Reed's gonna beat me because I can't win with my all purple team. GG's.
Speaking of monitors, screens, all of that, he has not stopped in here yet tonight. But a big shout out, thank you to 50 Shades of Beige again for the monitor. Amazing. I did finally figure out what was wrong with it. So my laptop only has an HDMI out, and the monitor only has a display port in. I grabbed an adapter that was specifically display port to HDMI and not the other way around. So I had to send that one back and ordered a new cable. Just got it here this morning. So we are running on that instead of the super janky USB to VGA adapter I was using last week. And we've actually got something functional this week. So, yeah, pretty excited about it. You're down to TFT. Well, we are currently streaming Tech Talk right now. So,
From Linus Tech Tips.
dude, I wish I was Linus Tech Tips. I just watched. He had he did a new warehouse tour, like yesterday or the day before. Man, if I had the millions of dollars that he's put into that warehouse.
Any of those guys?
You mean whenever I play? I play all the time. I'm always playing.
He played 3 hours of it, actually. When he could have been watching the Murdoch trial.
I played probably 4 games today. No, maybe not 4. 3. I'm gold 1 like 50 or 60 LP I think right now.
Oh, it was a ditto. I caught a ditto.
Congrats.
He was not shiny, though.
You're out of bronze already. You are the person that makes me the most angry. That's what happens when the person that you love the most, you know, when you really.
I am a level Myrrh in TFT.
Okay.
I just graduated out of the frankincense
Wow.
level.
Special.
So while you're stuck on gold, I'm.
They actually have 2 separate ladders for TFT. One is for the like hyper roll and double up stuff. They give you random non-metallic colors. So you get like blue and green, or no, blue and emerald into like what is it? No, you start at gray. You're gray, you go into like just blue rank blue, then it's emerald, and then like sapphires. Something dumb. Like I want to put you in the Boston Crab and make you listen to smooth jazz flute. I don't know what that means, but that doesn't sound like a bad thing. All right, Nick is here. I'll be right back. Do you want a BRB screen or do you want?
No, I'll come over here.
Okay.
I'll come over and entertain my 2 people
Sounds
over
like
here.
it's coming down.
My turn. How are we doing, guys? It's just me now. My glasses dripping. So explain to me this. So put. Oh, okay. Well, I'll try this. I don't know how to do this. I can't access the search history. So explain to me. Put in the Boston Crab and make me listen to smooth jazz flute. I only think of like Anchorman when I think of that. I want to smooth the flute, you know. Go right into PayPal and send myself. Why would I go that low at $50? I can go a little bit higher than that. What do you think? I'm that cheap? Well, look who it is. It's Nicholas.
Hello. Welcome.
There he is. He's right there for all to see. Oh no, I'm taking over. Oh, it's me now. This is John Tech Tips.
John Tech Tips.
I don't want to trigger.
Confused.
True. So I'll just do like scheduled withdrawals on that one. Don't read that. Don't read any of that because that already happened.
What about the Boston Crab that I still don't even know?
I don't get it either. I don't understand what that is because we got into accessing your search history and stealing from your PayPal. 49. Okay, deal. All right. Well, I guess I'll relinquish this back. It's been fun.
All right. Well, everybody give a warm welcome to Nick the Nerd.
Hola.
Microphone is there. Yeah.
Oh,
if you-
yes. Hello. Hey, okay, good. We got some chat over here. So
Yes,
let's
you
what's
can
going
see
on.
chat. I don't know.
What
Is
is
that
up?
big enough? Can I make it bigger?
That's good.
Is it? Yeah. I don't honestly know if I can. If I do it,
It's for me. Oh, you can make it a little bigger, I guess, like
is that making it
That
bigger?
is
Okay.
making it bigger.
Is that good?
Really good.
Okay. That's probably good. All right. Can I get you something to drink, Nick?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the pub.
What do you got on tap there?
This is the Pathlight Brewing Low Life Pilsner.
Which
Okay.
I have already drank. It's gone. It was pretty good. I don't want another one, but
I will take a pint, please. Preferably with not broken glass.
No broken glass here.
I saw whatever that little. Oh, that's your bottle opener, isn't it? Your cork opener. I see it now.
There you are, sir.
Gracias. I'm gonna be right back.
All right.
Okay.
Good luck. All right. Well, we've already, I think, covered the important topics. So, did you bring anything
I
to
brought
talk
you
about?
a laptop to sign into here.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
While we're chatting, I mean, I never let a good minute go to waste here. So, if I've got something going on or people I need to respond to, it's gonna happen because I can't sit still for 30 seconds. I must keep working.
There you go. You're in.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're in.
Doodle-doo.
I've got. Oh, they're all. Oh, sorry. Here, how should I proceed? I did not see those messages. Just got them. Yeah, so we did already talk about the Olympic esports.
Oh boy. We'll start off on that.
It was a good topic, you know. An interesting. Oh gosh. Okay, it was just YouTube. That's fine.
You know, because virtual archery is a great platform for esports.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be interested to see what happens. Who shows up to this stuff, who participates, who wins is gonna be really interesting. Is it going to be people that we recognize, that we know from other esports that are professionals? Is it going to be major orgs that find somebody to play and win these games?
I was thinking, I guess I never really thought that way. I'm on the fence of, or I should say, I'm on the side of fence that says, why do we care that the Olympics has the we're just trying to run esports, we'll just say that. And why is this a big deal for a certain amount of people on the internet? Because for me, the Olympics isn't the destination, right?
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I really don't care what they do. And
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of stuff in the Olympics that, outside of 2 weeks a year, nobody,
Yeah,
every
nobody
4
cares.
years, nobody even knows who's on that, who
Yep.
plays and is competing in any of the sports.
Yeah. Every once in a while, one person comes up that has a personality and they get signed to a bunch of commercials.
Right.
But it's always during the Olympics, right? It's
or
not,
leading up to it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. It's the 6 months before or after the
Subway
Olympics.
commercials or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
But the difference is, of course, and I hear the argument that, if having virtual archery, there is zero way to become better at virtual archery. I don't even know if they've released any rules or even what they're playing it on.
Yeah, I don't know.
I still joke that it's going to be Wii Sports,
Yeah.
but
No, the game is called Tic Tac Bow.
really,
Yeah.
okay.
Let me
So
bring
I
it back
haven't-
up for you here.
Yeah. I glanced over it, to be honest. I was like, yep, really not interested. Don't.
There's the official list of games.
Tic-tac-bow. All right.
Yep.
I mean, the chess is cool, but why?
Dude, so the chess to me is
Why are we doing
one of
this
the most confusing ones to me.
virtually? Right.
Yeah. Like, okay, it's super interesting. It's weird because it makes the most sense to me to be on here, but it also makes the least amount of sense to me.
I mean, like, why would you do chess
I
online
don't know.
when you can just have people play?
Why?
against
Yeah,
each other?
at that point, why don't you just have real chess
Right.
and just make that an Olympic sport?
That makes zero sense at all. And same thing with the cycling, right? Like, what are we doing here? And the archery, I mean, these are all... the argument is true, right?
Yeah.
We're just taking other Olympic sports and making them
Yeah.
esports, and that's stupid. What value are you getting out of that? Nothing.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. Like, what? Why in the world is you think Ninja is going to represent USA in cycling?
See, and that's
Yeah.
going to be the interesting part about that, is if everybody just sees this as, okay, this is a major publicity stunt at this
It is.
point. Yeah, like let's not even care about, or yeah, let's try our best to win, but who's the biggest, star that we could get that could possibly do well, right?
Yeah. Taekwondo. Yeah, I'm like, this is all dumb. It's all just purely.
It's really interesting.
I mean, I
To
could
say
at
the
least
least.
see the motorsports, because you can't effectively have a NASCAR race
Yeah.
on the track. That would probably not be a good thing.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, I think we should implement a couple of these at the next Casey game on land. I mean, I think it would be entertaining. We could host our own Olympics at the land. I think that'd be really interesting.
One of the things, I assume, am my level okay? Are you looking at levels?
Yeah, it looks
Coming
fine.
through okay?
Yeah.
I assume that, well, I'll put it this way. I pitched to Dennis. So Dennis was one of the founders that we'd worked with long time ago. And he since has moved on, primarily because his kids no longer wanted to come to the event anymore, which they're moved on through college. And so the cyclical thing is they'll probably come back in 5 or 10 years, but whatever. That's kind of how these LAN parties have gone after I've been here so long.
Yeah.
But I pitched to Dennis a long time ago. It's like, why don't we do I didn't necessarily pitch it as Olympics, but more like a, kind of like NASCAR scoring, right? Like every event that we do, we're going to hold these tournaments, and you get points for scoring in the tournaments. Then at the end of the year, when we do the loyalty, you win a big prize because you got first place in PUBG,
that's cool.
or you were the best overall player,
Yeah.
or something like that. And I thought it was going to take off, and then we just never really implemented it, and it kind of fizzled out. I talked to several people about it, because normally I come up with these dumb plans, and then I have people, I get feedback, or I solicit feedback from people, and they're all like, yeah, I would not do that. I was like, okay then. Well, I guess we're done here.
Yeah. I think at this one it'd be really interesting if we put just brought people up onto the stage to play, like I think that was a suggestion we received from in the DMs today, was do some sort of like almost like a triathlon type of thing, but just a couple people like up on the stage, pick 3 random games, and see who gets high score and wins all of them type of thing, and wins
You
the
remember-
big prize.
From Next Tech KC, we did that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Good.
2019.
I don't remember that.
2019. We ran 3 separate tournaments, and I picked all free games to play so that everybody could just jump in and play.
Yeah.
And then we ended up, whoever was first place got something. But one of them was, oh my gosh, nobody plays this game anymore. What Elysium.
Oh, Ring of Elysium.
Ring of Elysium.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that I can't say correctly.
Oh, they were all like battle royales.
Yes.
Weren't they? Yeah, I
And
remember
so,
that now.
I'm pretty sure I threw Fortnite in there as
Yeah,
one of them.
Fortnite, PUBG, and Ring of Elysium.
Was it PUBG?
It must have been, yeah.
I don't think it was PUBG, because I was strictly trying to use free-to-play
Oh.
games, I think, so
Yeah,
that I could
PUBG
get
is
the
not free
most.
to play?
It wasn't then.
Oh,
It's
okay.
now. But now it's free, but you got to go through the 8-hour tutorial to play,
Yeah.
and that's just to eliminate
It
ass
was-
hats.
It took a long time for me to get through it.
Yeah.
I could get up on the stage. This is bringing it back to Clone Hero. I could just play Guitar Hero, just act like I'm an hour long event.
Yeah.
Man, you should have been around in 2010. I am telling you.
I was
We had
not living here and in high school,
we
but
had
none of
a
that
whole
mattered.
room where we had at least 4 Guitar Hero setups. And then, of course,
I mean-
Guitar Hero took over the world,
Yeah,
right?
that
And
was
then
still going
Rock
when-
Band came in.
That was still going when I started coming to the
Yeah.
lands in like 2016, 2017.
So-
there were still Rock Band rooms.
We had one room that was just dedicated
Yeah.
and had like probably 8 setups. We had Rock Band over here and Guitar Hero over there, and people were just playing it all night long. And some of the people were amazing.
Yeah.
And then we even had a Cerner had a professional rock band group that actually ran the rock band circuit around and took their time off to go to different towns and win money for playing rock band on stage. That went on for 2 or 3 years.
I would have liked that.
And they would come in and play. We would set up the Tiger Room. I don't know if you remember where the Tiger Room was, in the dead center of the training facility.
Yeah.
And we would just set up the full rock band set in there.
Yeah.
And they would come in and play.
Yeah.
And, I would just peek in and be like, all right. I mean, it's awesome. I love, the ability for people to get in and play it. But I also stare at it and like, man, you spent this much time learning a virtual guitar when you could have learned a real guitar.
I can't do a real. I struggle with a real guitar. But the guitar, I get it. And
keep playing.
And the drums. The Rock Band drums are essentially an electric drum set.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Oh, yeah.
It's not a drum set,
close.
but you're
hurting me. You're hurting me.
Well, I mean,
It's probably more similar to a regular drum set than a Guitar Hero guitar is to
Exactly.
a regular guitar.
They leaps and bounds better than what it was when it first came out,
Sure.
right? So
But-
eventually they added actual cymbals.
Yeah.
But the bass drum was fucking janky as shit.
Sure.
The way that it was
Yeah.
set up with the legs, and you're kind of crowded up here, and
Yeah,
it was
I'm
all
not
wonky.
saying that
I'm not
it's
saying it
good.
is an actual drum set, but at least it's
And just having 4 what basically looks like toms is not good.
But it gives you rhythm, because I can sit on a drum set and play
Sure.
something now
Yeah.
thanks to that game. I can't play a guitar because of Guitar Hero, but I could play a drum set because of Rock Band.
I still have a copy of Rocksmith if you want to learn how to play a real guitar.
I remember dealing around with that years ago, but
Still have it.
Yeah.
maybe.
And I would love to play it again. Usually what would happen is we always had a rock band set at almost every event, years and years, and I would come in and play a couple sets on
That
drums.
could be your job, John. Bring it, set up Rock Band. And,
I don't have any of the equipment here though.
Well,
So
so
you guys
let's
can
go
provide.
find it.
you'll have
Let's
to
go get
provide.
some. I bet you'd get plenty of people to play that still.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
we
it's fun because
theoretically put that in the retro
Yeah.
games room.
About that old. 2007 was Rock Band. Guitar Hero was 2005.
And it depended too, of course, on who was singing, but
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
people who think they're good at singing and not, you're just like,
Well, the point I make of this, you missed it earlier, but they have now Clone Hero is what it's called on the computer, and it's all free, and you just download the tracks. It's
free
and
open
custom
source
songs.
version of Guitar Hero.
Yeah, and it runs perfectly. I've been playing that almost nightly, just for a few, like an hour
That's
or two,
cool.
and
I have nothing against it. I think it's a
no,
lot of
but
fun.
yeah.
I think it's a lot of fun. It gets a lot of people
Well-
moving if you can kind of rotate some people in and out.
Oh,
of
yeah.
course,
Yeah.
somebody's not just hogging
and
it.
it's nice too when you've got more songs, right? Like when you're limited to the 20 that are on the disc.
Yeah.
That's one thing, but
Yeah.
like you said,
Yeah.
I don't know how many hundreds of songs you probably have at this
Well,
point. Or
I've
have
got
access to.
I've got the games downloaded essentially, so it's a few
just
hundred.
everything, yeah.
Plus DLC, but then there's people make custom
Yeah.
tracks, so I've got customs downloaded.
Yeah.
You know.
I did the same thing with. Are you familiar with? What the hell's it called? The guitar version of Rock Band?
Guitar Hero.
No, it's on Steam. Oh,
The guitar version of Rock Band.
yes. I mean, it's a teaching guitar. Like if
Is
you
that the
actually
Rocksmith.
Rocksmith?
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
Did you say Rocksmith?
He's mentioned
Yeah, we were
Rocksmith
talking about it
earlier.
before. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a couple minutes ago.
Yes.
That's
So
what I
I
wanted.
ended up buying, I bought the first version,
Yeah.
2014,
Mhm.
and I found a glitch on the internet and ended up getting 150 songs or whatever.
Nice. Yeah.
I ended up buying the second version, the one that just, I guess, recently came out a few
Yeah.
years ago. That's the one I was trying when the pandemic started. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll do some of this.
Sure.
I got my bass out and played a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't play guitar for people a lot because people are really assholes.
There's a guitar over there. Go grab it.
I can play plenty of stuff on guitar. I just, it's weird. The guitar thing comes into one of those things where like, are you really good or are you just plucking around? And people get way crazy. It used to be, that party foul. Right? It's like some guy would find a guitar and sit down and play guitar for everybody all night.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
It's only if they play Wonderwall, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
I'll play Stairway for you. How about that?
Oh, that's the other one, too. No Stairway.
But yeah, the hard truth is 8 years ago when my son was born, I had to make a decision to let a bunch of stuff go, and my drums walked out the door.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've really never been able to play on a drum set. But
I know. I would love to have a drum set, but my problem is I live in an apartment, so
That'll do
with
it.
a neighbor that does not like me for my noise, even though I'm not loud. So I don't think he's gonna like me having a drum set. Even if it's an electronic drum set, he probably won't like hearing the tapping of the pads. You know?
tell him, ask him when he's gone. Be like, look, man, I want to play drums. When are you gone so that I can play and not bother you?
I don't know.
Or does he have a car? He has a car.
I
You
look.
know when a
I know
car's
what his
good?
car, but that car never moves. He's there all the time.
Gosh.
I never see his car move.
Dude,
Can I interest you in a different place to live?
Yeah, dude, every time we
I hear Devon has empty space.
every
down
time we come over to your place, I'm like, man, it'd be so nice to live in an apartment and like not have to deal with all the stuff that we deal with. But then I'm like, there's so many other things that we would have to deal with that I hate about apartments.
there. Are you close to here or like far? You live a long way away.
Yeah,
How far away do you live?
It's like 10 minutes straight down the interstate.
Okay.
It's college and flum.
Okay, I wasn't gonna say that on stream, but that's fine. Nobody's watching.
That's
here.
all right.
I'm not doxing myself. Nobody's gonna know what that means. There's a lot of things that could be there.
Jeez, Reed left as soon as I showed up. He's like, peace.
Yeah, I know, right? He's
I'm
the
out.
one that kills the stream most of the time now. As soon as you walk
Or
in, he's like,
I
all
walk in
right,
and you guys can't play Pokemon anymore. He's
Some-
like, fucking about.
somebody else can kill the stream. See you later.
Well, good news. Somehow I took this thing off the battery and it's dead. So
Uh-oh. That I do not have a charger for
Nope.
either.
I'm sure.
Sorry.
Why not, Mr. Microsoft?
Because I got
Surface
rid
Pro
of
guy.
my Surface Pro when the company I worked for said, give it back. Otherwise, I would have one. Oh, Reed's too busy
okay.
playing TFT.
Oh my gosh!
No,
Nerd alert! Nerd alert!
I got to him. I made too much. I made too much fun of him. And
Yeah,
he's
nerd alert!
like, I gotta
alert.
go try to beat Devon. I gotta get higher rank than him.
Well, get on my level because I said I'm on. What did I say? Myrrh. I graduated from frankincense and I moved on to myrrh.
I didn't know this is a what's this pachinko?
Yeah, something
Pachinko
like that.
machine.
Yeah.
Where the hell did you get that?
John's parents found it at a garage sale.
I thought that was the other one that was
Recently?
No.
I know this.
Oh, I mean-
I never saw this one actually. But
Yeah,
I
that
know
was also one from. I mean,
the slot machine.
last couple of years.
The slot machine is
Of course,
somewhere down
right? Of course.
Of course.
Hello.
Dancing.
I'll keep it off of speaker.
That's
I have
probably
a 100% track history of being better than Devon at everything, even League of Legends, where I carried him in a
Absolutely
2v2
not.
victory.
Absolutely not. I will give you just about any other game that you want, except for Killer Instinct. I have an undefeated record against you, and League of Legends and TFT. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel kind of
Reed.
bad that I've not beaten him in Pokemon now, even though it's only been 2 games.
I mean, he plays way too much. Like
I
he's-
play a lot though.
Well, that's fair. You play more than I do too. But
I play daily.
I might have screwed that up. They might call me.
I walked 15 miles doing the Hoenn tour around the park. My calculated steps were 32,000 between the 2 days.
Look at this name. I'm not. Don't say this out loud.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
I don't even feel bad.
let me see.
Bottom line,
The nice thing about names like that,
Okay.
though, is that it's usually phonetically, if you're trying to figure it out. I learned that when I worked
Marvel
at the
versus
call center.
Capcom, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. Absolutely. You would probably beat me in all of those. Honestly, if we played Killer Instinct today, you would probably beat me. But every time we've played Killer Instinct, I have beaten you, Reed. So don't try to pull that one on me.
Reed, I want to 1v1 you in Rust. Not the game Rust, but Call of Duty, the map Rust, knives only. Okay? COD 2. Modern Warfare 2. Get on it.
We're not
No.
talking about actual. Well, what in the world? Okay.
If you can't play, Reed, don't.
That's my forte, was...
Can't play with the big dog. Stay on the porch.
That's where the sun don't shine for those dogs.
Remember that from yesterday? Huh?
You found your old SMS. Oh yeah, I saw you upload that just the other day. I did not watch it. That's good. Good for you though. Glad you found that. I found a couple of old League of Legends videos. Oh, actually, now it was March. I was gonna upload one of those because it's going to be like 10 or 11 years ago now that I streamed that game of League of Legends. That was the best time of your life. Yeah, so I found a game of like a session of League of Legends we were playing that I streamed like 10 years ago, a while back, and it was very interesting. Good times. But I've been playing almost zero League of Legends recently.
Me too.
But I think as many times as I've stopped playing it and come back to it, I think I might be done with League of Legends.
I never thought I'd hear the words.
It takes too damn long to play.
It does.
When you have children that are needy,
Huh?
and by needy I don't mean anything bad. I mean
Yeah.
that need
Just-
you.
yeah,
You need
kids
to be an
need you,
adult.
yeah.
You can't play League of Legends.
Right?
Well, I think I've played a combined half hour of my entire life of League.
Yeah.
Just, testing it on my own, and I don't know if I ever played with you. I probably did.
Yeah, and that's not nearly long.
No, and then when we went to Worlds that one year, I feel like that's my highlight, and I don't think I can ever top that. So,
I mean, explain to me how League of Legends can ever be in the Olympics when they change the rules every season. That's a legit complaint.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Exactly.
If you want to push esports into this
It's weird.
Olympic stage where billions of people are watching, you need to have things that are understandable, and that's why they went with virtual archery,
Yeah.
right? Instead of League of Legends, and even Rocket League. You should be able to figure that out.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you're getting into Call of Duty, and they're still not going to understand what's going on,
Yeah.
and that's the problem. And that's always been a problem for esports. Like,
Yeah. It might as well just. I thought about this earlier when we were talking about it. It might as well just stick to like Wii bowling or something.
Right.
Wii archery. Or
that's why I mentioned Wii Sports,
Yeah,
right?
Wii Sports.
Honestly, I thought we were gonna see stuff like VR sports in there first. All the fully immersive team battle ones that you're getting. See stuff like that before.
I could see like doing Tron or something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be fun.
Fling. But I mean, that's the problem. This is the reason why I don't think that esports is a viable Olympic sport. You can't put League of Legends
Exactly.
in there. First of all, Riot is Riot,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to talk mad crap on them, but you guys read between the lines.
Yep.
They own that game and therefore get to choose what they want to do with it.
Exactly.
And that's a problem because nobody owns archery.
Right.
But who does own tic-tac-bow? That's the next question, though. What happens when,
I better start practicing so I can go to the Olympics.
Right? This was the other thing, is what happens when like a server goes down during the Olympics. Like,
same thing as usual. They hit the oh shit button.
yeah,
like, hey guys, we're gonna go over here and talk for a little bit.
You know, especially, I mean, the good thing is obviously, you know, they've got. Holy crap! Is tic-tac-bow
It's
a mobile game?
Those, yeah. It's even worse.
Wow. Okay, that's it. Wait, I mean,
That's embarrassing.
Let's-
I'm sorry.
I'm totally embarrassed about all of these games in the first place, but
A mobile
Is
game
this-
is not it.
well, no, I'm not shitting on mobile
Yeah.
games because
But if
there's
you
a
would've seen
lot
that
of
one,
there's a lot of mobile games that are decent to play that I'm actually impressed. Like, oh, you got a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
peck in this game, but they're all the same jam, right? They're all grinder games, and
right.
it's all timers and grinders. That's all you get in the mobile
mobile
game
games.
scene. They're like,
Yeah.
well, how do I get you back in 6 hours? Oh, you got to click this button.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is stupid. Like,
I mean,
come up
we-
with something better.
We still do it, but yeah, it's
But,
definitely
yeah.
stupid.
Case in point, Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
But at least that's a little bit different. And the fighting is not
Yeah.
timed.
Yeah, there's stuff in there.
But yeah, I don't think there's a good way to solve the problem that we're running into, and that's my biggest beef overall is everybody wants to bitch about it. Well, give me a proposal. Tell me how you're going to
Yeah.
fix this problem, because League of Legends ain't going to work at a global scale.
Exactly.
It's just not.
especially when 8 billion people in the world and only a percentage of that even knows what League is and how it works.
I don't remember. I don't know any of the characters anymore. I don't play the game enough to know the characters.
Yeah.
At least
I
all
mean,
those
can you imagine,
the
like-
general public can understand.
Yeah, can you imagine if they would have announced Call of Duty, not Call of Duty, but like League of Legends, CSGO, Dota 2, and, you know, just StarCraft, like, for the Olympics? Like, what would have happened then? You know?
I mean, at least I can get behind
And
StarCraft.
They
but-
could have done. Hold on. Can you scroll up?
Oh, are we going? Is this an old conversation?
There you go.
Keep
What do you
going.
need?
I want his stats. Where did he talk about that?
Which stats?
His TFT ones.
Oh, that he's out of bronze?
Yeah, then they could have done TFT and had people that were only out of bronze or whatever can join the Olympics.
Reed's not good enough to play in the TFT Olympic team.
No, I know. Oh, he's still here.
He's still here.
We were just testing you.
Page is a page is a page. Hey, can you page somebody else out? Cool. I'll just wait here while you call them.
Love it. Love it.
And anyway,
All right.
so anyway,
What else?
what I was saying is, you know, part of the people that are bitching about this are saying that there's no way for people to grow into these games.
Yeah.
And I guess we have an opportunity to
Which
play these games.
so I think I see that,
It's
but
also crappy.
but also what happens when a new game is released and it's instantly people are hosting tournaments for it. Like, it's the same thing. Like, I don't think that's a great like argument for it either. Not to mention, again, the way that traditional esports are done, they're updated anyways. Like, it's almost impossible for most people to grow into League of Legends, at least. I'm sure that a lot of these other esports are very similar, but I'm very familiar with like the League of Legends scene, and I know that all of those guys, the guys that are really, really, really good and continue to be the top level players, are not the best players. They're the ones that can pick any champion and be good at them. Yeah. They're the ones that can read the patch notes and know who the best champion is to play, and then they can play that champion to the highest level. That doesn't matter. You know, you don't get the one trick ponies anymore. That doesn't work that way. You have to be able to, as soon as they change the game, to be able to adapt to it. So, I mean, when you're talking about growing into a game anyways, it's never going to be the same as a traditional sport where you're playing where you're throwing the exact same rock and running the exact same track every day for your entire life. It's never going to be that.
Yeah.
So, I can kind of see that argument. There have been people that have been playing League of Legends for a very long time, but I don't think that's the right answer either.
Yeah, and so, I mean, we could talk about kind of roll into CS:GO for a minute. So I've been talking to a couple of dudes that are spinning up some CS:GO stuff. Whether they're going to do 10-man draft or something of that nature, 10-mans in general for our upcoming event. And
okay,
I basically just put it out there, can we get people to come in there? And he said, well, do you want people to pay in the tournament? And I was like, well, if you're wanting people to pay, then you're going to basically get rid of all your lower level players because they know they're going to lose.
Yeah.
Why would they ever pay into that? Mm-hmm. One of the things that you have to constantly do in these games, and you see this in every game, is it comes out, it's really popular, 10% hold on, and everybody moves to the next game.
Yep.
Right? And then you have 10%, and they continue to get good and good and good, and they sustain the game.
Yeah.
But then they never really get people back in because they're just lambs going to slaughter every time I go into an Overwatch game now, right? Or whatever, right? Yep. Any of those games. You're like, hey, Overwatch seems cool. Let's play Overwatch 2. Nope. Done here. Moving on to the next game.
Right.
Let's go play Call of Duty for a while. Nope. Nope. We got our ass smoked in that too. Let's go to play another game. And they just keep bouncing around because, the skill level are so different from both top to bottom. Mm-hmm. And anyway, I'm basically trying to say that I'm trying to talk them into doing more of the boot camp style or trying to get people in where, hey, we really want you to come in and be part of our community.
Yeah.
What can you help me learn how to play? And a kind of same thing I talked to the iRacing guy. Yeah. It's they're trying to really push to help the new people out and help them understand how to take corners properly, how to move and how to move up and back and when you need to do these things.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's just I'm just racing around, bumping into people. I don't really care what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Is the low skill players just wreck problems anyway. They never come out on top because they don't have the same skill level as the people on top. And then it's no fun for them, so they're never coming back. So you've got to be able to grow your community in a way to sustain or to grow the new players that are coming in. Otherwise, it's just you're never going to have any growth. This is a gaming problem in general. Yeah. I'm sure everybody knows this, but nobody really talks about it. And it's probably, it's the worst thing for most of these games. Apex is a fun game, but nobody wants to play that game with me anymore, and I suck. But I'm willing to go in there and get thrashed.
Yeah. Apex is one of those games that I've always had real close to the top of my list of wanting to play, but I know that it's another one of those games that I'm not interested in playing unless I only play that for so long because I know that that's one of those games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not going to be fun to play unless you play all the time.
Yes.
Do you need a refill, sir?
If you're giving refills, I will take refills.
This is O'Shiner's Pub. No glass goes unfilled.
All right.
I don't know. Is that the new?
Sure.
The new motto.
Put it right up there on the sign.
I was done with one.
What?
Yeah.
It's 9:40, dude. We got plenty of night.
I got a long day ahead of me tomorrow.
What do you got going? Something you can talk about?
I got a.
Something we already talked about.
We did already talk about it.
Sorry.
Technically.
I'm terrible at this.
Since
you guys started an hour before me.
I gotta go get my hair cut for one. And that's a specific
Thank
time.
you.
And then I need to go shopping for things. And then my
That
friend's
sounds
doing a
ominous.
birthday party for herself, but not gonna be till like 8 o'clock.
Plenty of time to do everything then.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's all good. Sleep in until 10. I don't know. Depends on where you get your hair cut at. You
Right
probably should
across
go at
the
8 in the morning.
street, But the thing is, they're always busy on Saturdays, so it's like.
That's what I'm saying. 8 o'clock. Boom.
I was gonna say always
Out the
going
door.
on weekday mornings. Otherwise I just don't even try to go get my hair cut.
Yeah. My wife has been very adamant that she wants my kids to go to Sports Clips to get their haircut. And I'm just like, fine, whatever. I don't care. Like, my haircut is the most basic haircut that you can get, and pretty much anybody can do it. So I'm going to pay the cheapest price that I can find.
Yep.
We're going to get in and out, and no big deal.
That's
But now she
me.
wants to pay twice the price of Sports Clips for the
Yeah.
same freaking haircut.
we just go across the street. It's a great clip, so I don't really care. Like,
Right.
I probably should go to like an
Just need
actual
it,
like
need it
barber
shorter.
or something.
Well,
It's like,
that's the thing my wife's continuing to bring up. She's like, well, why don't we go to that new barber on 83rd or whatever? I'm like, because I don't want to pay $40 for a haircut.
you know,
Like, it's hair. It grows back in 2 weeks, 4 weeks. You got to get a cut
Man.
again.
I remember going to the first time I was went away to college and had to go find my own like hair cutting place. There was in the little town I went to school in. There was one haircut place and there was a barber, but everybody that I knew went to the like chain haircut place, and I was like, you know what? I'm an adult now. I'm gonna go to the barber. I go down there. It is the sketchiest little place. Just a super old guy that is like mumbling half the time, but like he gave me a good haircut. $5, just $5 bill. He told me he's like,
Was this in 1920?
he's like, do you like dogs? I'm like, yeah, I
What
guess.
kind of question is that?
Like as I'm like paying and like about to walk out, he's like, do you like dogs? I'm like, sure, I like dogs. Yeah, you need to come back on Friday, or not this Friday, but like next time you come for a haircut, come back on a Friday. I always bring my dogs in on Fridays. I'm like, I will come back on a Friday. This guy, not only does he cuts hair, but he breeds and raises chihuahuas. So he brought in like 7 baby chihuahuas. Like you could just hold them all in like your hands. Like
it's funny.
amazing.
This was up north, I assume?
Yeah. Just one of those things like I couldn't believe.
Those random northerners.
It was just one of those surreal experiences that you're just like, it's like this moment, right? And like nobody's gonna believe this. Like this crazy old barber raises chihuahuas. Like, just good times.
See, growing up, my grandma cut my hair. So you
Yeah.
go over to grandma's to get your hair cut, and my poor grandma
Man.
went more blind in her later years. So finally, when we got a little bit older, it was like, okay, finally, we cannot have grandma cut our hair anymore. But we'd always set up either in the bathroom or in the summertime, you'd go out to the garage.
Yeah.
And she had one of those, 'cause she got a lot of stuff that was like as seen on TV. So you wear the big old thing around your neck so it caught the hair clippings. And then she would just throw it into the alley when we were done. So the
Throw it in the
So the
alley.
birds
Alright.
could get it, because,
That's used for their nest.
Because your hair smells so fine.
I guess, yeah. And then...
Yo,
then as
Cloud, what's up?
Then as I got a little
Yo,
older...
Cloud Shot is in the stream.
Hey.
Just in time for the haircut
For the
story.
haircut talk, yeah.
You already missed all the tech and esports talk. We're on to haircuts and chihuahuas.
The day-to-day life. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay.
man.
As I got older, then we had... Our town was so small that we just had a woman come over to our house.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it was, we called them kitchen cuts, because he just sat in the kitchen and then just got her hair
Yeah.
cut.
That's what I did all through like
Yeah.
high school in my hometown too.
My mom always made us go to some gal who cut hair.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember. it was somebody that she knew, right?
Yeah.
So we would just go in there, and they would have to schedule it out weeks in advance and all that shit. I was just like, who does that? Nobody
Right?
wants to do that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, whatever. So yeah, when I moved to Manhattan to go to school, I ended up going to the mall, had a haircut place in it, and I don't remember what the hell it was called now, but it ended up, like, I'd been going there, and 'cause really, they didn't really have great clips or anything back then.
Yeah.
And the gal that had dated one of my best friends was a haircutter there,
Nice.
and they had broken up recently, and I was like, great, this is gonna be awkward.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I went to her for years, right?
Yeah.
And I'm so dumb. Like, I mean, you can always think back and you're like, man, I'm so dumb. You have those moments, right?
Yeah.
She was always hounded me for a tip, and I was not picking up on that at all. I did not tip her for the entire 2 or 3 year whatever time that she was cutting my hair.
Nice.
And she's like, oh yeah, look at all these tips I got there. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome. Okay, bye.
Not, and I always think back about that, like, man, that is cringe. What in the world?
Clout says, my mom cut my hair in the middle of the street in front of my house, and I got made fun of for years for it. Somehow the whole school knew.
That's seriously what it would have been like if people would have seen Grandma cut my hair. Because thankfully it wasn't in the middle of the street, but it was in the garage, wide open, and like I said, you're wearing this giant thing around your neck.
Double hood, like a backwards hoodie kind of thing.
To catch it, and it strapped in, and then it looked like a dog cone,
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we had so many problems with our kids and my wife. Like, I don't know, like, kids don't want to sit in a chair to get their hair cut or whatever, and it's a big damn disaster. So as soon as they hit 2, it's like, hey, you gotta get your hair cut all the time. Yeah. And both of my boys were just wild maniacs. Like, I tried to take Mason into Great Clips, and we sat down, and he just bawled.
Yeah.
Like, just, oh, I'm so scared. Ah. And I'm like, oh my God. And my wife was like, she watched some YouTube videos and bought some clippers and started, cutting his hair. And they would we would actually sit them in the shower.
Yeah.
We have like this oversized shower.
Yeah.
And put like seats in there, and they would sit in there, and I'd be holding the iPad like, watch the iPad, and then and then she's getting crazy because they're crying, and that's my fault somehow. Yeah. So it takes out on me. I mean, it's just it's a complete disaster every single time.
Oh, of course.
And eventually she's like, I can't do this anymore. I was like, great, let me take them to a Great Clips and let's get this done. And so I've been doing that for like a year-ish now. And, it's been... And now suddenly it's like, Great Clips sucks. Go to Sports Clips. Okay.
Oh, man.
So that's our life. But yeah, I thought numerous occasions, like, why don't we just get a Flowbee, man? Just do it on the low, or I don't even care.
George Clooney still uses a Flowbee.
Just do the lowest setting and just buzz it all down. Like, nobody cares. You're 2 years old. You're 5 years old. You're 8.
Oh, yeah, right.
And again, if George Clooney can still use one, then anybody can.
Dude, I would love to be able to cut my hair by myself, not having to go.
The technology around hair cutting.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dude, that's real. For sure.
Comes back together.
We need that. That needs to come around.
Yes, Cloud, come on down.
We need to come down to the pub for an episode soon. Absolutely. For sure. Maybe we do a special edition
we'll do one
Saturday night next week or something.
We'll have a land shot for sure.
Depends on how crazy the expo is next weekend. Depends on how badly I need a drink after.
Yes, I forgot about this.
That on Saturday.
Yes. Do we need to talk about that? I guess so.
I mean, we can. If anybody's interested, if they're in town in Kansas City, the All-in-One Expo All-in-One Gaming Expo is next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Down in Olathe, the Ball Center.
Ball Event Center.
Ball Event Center.
It's right south of 151st, off of, which is essentially K7. If you follow it all the way through, I forget. It's called Kansas or something else as it gets out southern Olathe.
Yeah.
Dennis?
Can be a good
Dennis
time.
Avenue?
I have no idea.
Whatever it is. Follow K7 all the way south. You go across a gigantic bridge.
You'll find it.
You'll pop over there. You'll see Olathe Medical on the west side of the horizon, east side of the horizon. And as you keep going, you'll see Ball Event Center down there.
There you go. Thanks.
So, yes, if you haven't signed up, make sure you sign up. It's free entry for you if you volunteer for us.
If you volunteer, free entry. You heard it here.
We need some people to help run tournaments and stuff. So we're going to be doing in the executive boardroom, we're setting up 3 switches, and I'm going to bring a mini NES, and you've got a mini NES and a mini SNES, and we're going to have 3 retro sets up so people can play. 2 tables, 4 or 5 chairs. You bringing this monitor?
I can. Did you hear the story behind this one?
I did catch a little bit while I was driving over here. You said you had to buy in some other dongle.
So this is the one that was provided to me by the viewer 50 Shades of Beige.
No, I am not hauling the 100-inch. I thought about it.
Oh gosh.
But the reality is I like to play games at night, so
Yeah, right.
I don't want to leave it there either.
Dude, it's a pain.
Yeah.
He gave it to me once to haul in, and he's like, "Okay, make sure you do it this way. You have to open the box. You have to put the stand on it before you take it out of the box." I'm like,
because you can't touch the screen.
this is like
Did you bring it to the
this is a lot.
baseball field last summer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I remember.
Oh, not the baseball field. No.
No,
Home field. Sorry.
Oh, I
Home
thought.
field. You didn't know that one. Did you?
No.
No.
This is the big Samsung that is like.
I thought I remember seeing that though.
No, but I brought the double and the Pixio that I have for the
I
baseball.
thought I remember
field.
seeing the one that you're talking about for something else. But I don't know. I thought that was when you brought out the coffee on that last summer.
No.
No,
Not
that would have
out
been
there.
that would have been obnoxious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hard, but yeah. So you want to tell that story? I screwed up and forgot my
gosh.
freaking computer. So
Hey, let's go out to a place and set up computers for them to use. Okay, let's go. Drives 30 minutes. Shoot, I forgot my computer. That's basically the story.
so
but, you know,
keep in
it's-
mind we're doing a charity event
For
at Crown Center,
some Chiefs players, so not a big deal or anything, but
and I packed. I usually do a really good job of packing everything up, getting it all organized. But
Nick prides himself on planning.
yes, and I had everything ready to go, except my PC was still under my table because that massive ass monitor.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only 2 places I brought that monitor so far. Is that charity event
And
home field.
Yeah.
And it'll be there for sure on April 21st
Good.
if you want to see it.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculously fucking cool. If you want to talk about tech, that is fucking cool. It's huge, and when I play Rocket League with a keyboard and mouse, I get to see the whole field, man. Whole field.
He doesn't get to see his boost meter though, because
It's amazing.
behind him.
You said
Physically
so.
behind
it's
him.
100-inch, literally.
No, it's a 49-inch monitor,
Okay.
and it's
Hold
curved.
Okay, yeah.
And the problem is that you can't touch the monitor because you're not supposed to flex it. So everything has to be on the stand. And yeah, so we got there. I start putting all this shit together. I'm like, God damn. And
Yeah.
I'll start cussing up a storm, and everybody's looking at me, and I'm like,
He's like, don't. He comes up to me and he's like, don't tell anybody, but I'm gonna go get my computer really quick. I forgot it at home. Like walks away. He's like, just don't tell anybody. I don't want them to know that I forgot my computer.
and I drove all this fast as hell. Like, the good news is we're there super early. Because
Yeah,
they
yeah,
requested us to
absolutely.
be there super early,
Yeah.
which I thought was ridiculous in the first place, but I was okay with it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, screw it, I'll just
Yeah.
play games, right?
Sure.
Whatever.
We got plenty of stuff to keep us busy.
But we ended up going to the setup, and I got all the stuff out there, and then so when I realized I forgot my computer. And I'm like, God, son of a bitch. So I jumped in my car, drove all the way back down there, and then I got home. My wife's like, "What are you doing home?" I was like, "I don't want to talk about it." I just ran in and I grabbed my computer and I started walking out.
Yeah.
Jumped back in and drove. And then the even more stupid thing happened is I brought my computer up to get it set up and realized that my fan guard on the front of my PC just fell out. Like, I got it, I set it up, and I'm like, what the beep? I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. And I thought maybe I left it at home, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I cannot do this without a fan guard because the fans are just
exposed.
yeah, they're just exposed
Doesn't
and they
look
look
great.
terrible,
Yeah,
right?
doesn't look.
And I was
super
like, God, I
professional.
better be in my car. And I ended up, and the other part is when I got there, the second trip, the first trip, we were able to go all the way up and I
Yeah.
dropped the stuff off. And then I left and came all the way back. So there
Yeah,
is
loading
a,
ramp,
what,
loading dock.
100-yard,
Yeah.
the size of a football field, 45-degree
Yeah.
ramp
Yeah.
that goes
It's
from
like 2 stories.
all
ramp
the way
up,
down,
Yeah.
all the way to the top.
Yeah.
And we dropped our crap off, and I ran home real quick and came back, and it was completely full.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Don't come up here." I was like, oh, whatever. So I just parked illegally in a spot over here somewhere on the side because there's a parking lot underneath. And I just pulled my PC and I started walking up this 100 yards, 45 degrees. Got my computer in, then realized that my screen guard was gone. And started cursing up a storm again. And then went back down the hill, opened my trunk, and there it was, thank God. Went back up, we're finally good, right? And then I go to get changed for the event, and somebody had recently puked all over that bathroom. It was absolutely disgusting. Like, there was chunks on the floor and going into the bathroom. And I came out and I was like, you guys, somebody just lost their lunch. I mean, this is disgusting. And it was like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like, they hadn't even
Yeah.
started. And that was the bathroom that everybody was supposed
Oh, yeah.
to use for the event. And
Yeah.
I'm like, and they, you know, they tried to make it into the trash
Yeah.
can. Because
Had
some
to
of
get
it
there.
got there. But it was just like they lost their lunch walking, you know, it must have been like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
I have been there.
Oh my God. It was a night to remember, I can tell you that much.
It was a good night.
But-
it was a good night.
The cool thing is, so the charity was for Justin Reed. I don't know if we can say that, but whatever. I mean, it's
I'm sure
public
we can.
knowledge, I guess.
Yeah. We were there.
But Justin came by and, you know, played on the computer, checked out Warzone on 49-inch G9. It was pretty cool. He got some pictures with it, and then, like, as soon as they were done with pictures, he's like,
All right.
I'm out.
I mean, I think he would have played around if he had
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
but
yeah.
he
He's got
kind of looked at
obligations, right?
his agent, and they were like,
Yeah.
we should probably go.
Yeah. It was cool.
All right, currently trying to lay the kids down. They need a nighttime story from Uncle Nick.
I've got so many stories, man. Like, oh my God.
Yep. That's gonna be an event at the land. Like there's gonna be enough people wanting that now.
Oh, yeah. So it was but overall the event was pretty cool. And
it was a good one.
we did well for ourselves, able to pay our people for once, which is nice. Everything from our side went really well.
Yeah.
We didn't have any problems. We ran VR for a lot of people.
Yeah, people love the VR there.
They had a lot
That's
of we had a lot of people come through.
Speaking of VR, I should probably turn mine on and update it.
Update everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
That's a good idea. Should probably do that. We're gonna be running VR next weekend too at the expo. If anybody wants to Try that.
Yeah, that should be cool.
Good time.
Go be curious where they go. Do you still have the little and the big sign?
The what?
The
Oh, yeah.
Little banners and the big banner?
Yeah, they're upstairs. The little and the big banner.
There's 2 little ones and then one the big touch and peel.
No, I have
Touch and stain and peel.
I have the 2 little ones.
Okay.
I don't think I ever had a big one. I got some power strips if you need them. If you need to use
Yeah, we do need those 2 power strips. What else
that's my land bag on top over there. That's
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be coming with most of that is stuff that'll be coming with. That's an old like PS2 fight stick.
Yeah, except for the buttons are straight. That's
Yeah.
weird, man.
Yeah, I'm sure it was just a ridiculously cheap
Thing at the
Walmart one. Yeah, who knows?
time.
I don't actually remember like playing on it. I don't remember if I ever played a game with it or not. I don't know where I got it, to be completely honest.
I played. God, I played so much Mortal Kombat in the arcade.
Yeah.
You remember the arcade with the TV stacked above it? Don't see. This is what makes
For
them feel
what now?
like super.
No, I was in a small town. We didn't have arcades.
We
So-
didn't either, but
Yeah.
explain again. What did you say?
So Aladdin's Castle in the Manhattan Town Center Mall of America. No, not the Mall of America. The mall in Manhattan, Kansas.
Yeah.
So we would go up there. You know, my mom would drag us up there. My brother and I would play, go in the arcade, and I'm trying to think, it was late '80s, early '90s, somewhere in there.
I was born by then.
They had Mortal Kombat cabs,
Yeah.
and then on top they actually had a TV, so you could see basically duplicated
nice.
the screen,
Sure.
right? And so people would, I mean, the line would be out the door,
Yeah.
and it would be like, okay, you win, you get to stay, right? And then they'd come up to the next one, and you'd just sit there and watch them play
Yeah.
as you were waiting
That's
in
cool.
line. And we did a lot of that, but I lost every game.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking terrible at fighters.
Yeah.
Just absolutely
The
disgusting.
closest arcade we had was an hour away
Yeah.
at the mall in Fort Dodge.
Yeah,
And
same.
so if we ever went there, the only games I ever played were, of course, the basketball throwing, because that's what you do at an arcade. But the other like arcadey game that I played all the time was they had a Jurassic Park shooter.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah.
So
Who's your go-to in
my
Mortal Kombat?
go-to was always Scorpion, man.
Yeah.
It was like Scorpion and Wolverine, right? It was a 1 and 2 punch. Like, okay, if we're playing Marvel or something else, you know, or was it even Marvel back then? Whatever.
Probably not.
On the
When did that come out?
6-player X-Men game,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yo.
So we were playing that. I was always Scorpion.
Also, by the way,
I mean-
the other arcade game we always played was The Simpsons.
Ooh,
Yes,
yeah.
arcade game.
absolutely.
Oh,
yes.
ours was Turtles in Time.
Turtle. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. So we either had Turtles,
Yeah.
Bart Simpson, or
Yep.
Simpsons. The other one was Gauntlet. Did you guys have that?
I played.
I played the shit out of that.
Yeah, I played that on console. I never played that like in.
Oh man, the arcade was where it was at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gauntlet Legends is like one of my top games, like
Yeah.
from being a kid.
And
Like
you know, my other favorite game at the arcade was God, I knew I was gonna forget the name as soon as it came up. Oh, I could see it. It's
Dig Dug.
no, it's 2 joysticks, and this guy moves the guy around, and this guy moves the shooter around, and
like a Galaga type of thing, or
no, it was a guy. This is why I should be able to figure this out by talking about. You played from room to room, and it had bad guys that come out. You got to shoot them all, and then you collect all the money, and you move to the next room, and then you're constantly like,
Sounds like every other.
I don't know if.
oh my god, they just I think they just re-released something, or maybe it was on Game Pass or something. I don't know. I recently
Doom?
played it again. No. This is an 80s arcade game. Smash TV. Look that shit up.
Is the game
Smash
you're
TV?
you're talking about right now?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Woo! All right. Let me see it. Yep. Smash TV. 1990 arcade game.
Oh,
Yep.
goodness.
So
That does...
do a YouTube video on it real quick. We played the shit out of that game. That was one of the most popular games in the early 90s.
I don't know if a YouTube video is going to play at the same time. Because this computer is pretty maxed out with the stream already. I should probably close a couple of these tabs and it'd be a little better, but...
Nah.
Yeah, this...
Smash TV was a ton of fun. It was really simple, right? You just moved your guy around and you shot. And it's... I mean, you see mobile games out there. Whoa, whoa.
That is not the Smash,
No.
the kind of
Yeah,
Smash
there it is.
that we want.
That one right there. Yep. This was the holy grail of arcade back in the 90s. And they all, of course, were half naked because why not? Like, why would you want
Those
your
look
shirt
like
off?
Thunderdome guys.
Yeah. Yeah. No, keep in mind, this was the era of American... what the hell was the...
1999.
American Gladiators.
Oh, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Everything
Yeah,
around that whole culture was like,
absolutely.
we gotta show our muscles off.
Yep.
Yeah. That is a Smash we want. Anyway,
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Scarfino's back there.
This is the hit, right?
Oh, Cloudshot says that they had Smash TV on the 360.
Yeah.
I don't know this one.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
Never seen or played this
Uh-uh.
before?
No, I don't
Man,
think so.
this is beautiful. Oh, that's the other
Amazing.
thing, right?
Yep.
Yes. You had the
Absolutely, that's
lovely ladies on there.
iconic. Yep.
Like early 90s.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. And this is all you would do is clear rooms and go and do this stuff.
Okay.
And
Yeah, no, I mean this is like a pretty classic style,
Right.
but I just don't think I'm familiar with this game.
So good.
That's cool.
I probably spent $100 playing this stupid
Yeah.
game.
Amazing. Love it.
Well, that was it, man. That was 90s.
Well, okay, so I take that back. We didn't have... Okay, the one arcade was still an hour away, but we had a pizza ranch in our town. And then at the old...
Now that makes me feel real. Like, how old is Pizza Ranch? Because I only saw Pizza Ranch like 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
It's older than
Up
that.
north,
It's
it was probably
for sure.
more popular then, and
Yeah.
it kind of
Yeah, it's an
It's
yeah,
probably down.
it's-
down,
There's not
yeah.
many down. There's only like 2 down here in the entire area.
Yeah.
It was the
But-
one up there by Oaks was the one that we would go to every once in a while.
Well, Pizza Ranch was,
Oh, yeah.
longer than that. But
Oh, yeah.
point is, before our town Pizza Ranch remodeled,
Yeah,
they had a back room that was their arcade,
Arcades.
and they had, I think, 3 games set up. I don't even remember what the other 2 were, but again, Simpsons Arcade was one of them, and that's the only one that kids wanted to play. And yeah,
Pizza
the
Ranch.
amount of quarters we would put into that thing.
Founded 1981.
not saying
Thanks.
the name on purpose.
Oh, thanks. And
But you know of a pizza
yes.
place that's over here, right? That has all these
Yeah.
pinball machines and stuff, and then there's another pub down
Yeah.
on the same strip that has
Yeah.
a bunch of like. That's pretty
There's-
amazing, but
I love it, but all the pinball machines are $1 a play.
oh, are they?
Yeah, I mean, they have like a machine or 2 that are 50 cents,
Yeah.
but otherwise they're $1 a play. And I'm like, I get that I'm an adult
Where's
with
this at?
disposable income,
Where at?
just right down the street
Yeah.
over here.
What is it?
There's a couple of different pizza joints. Well, there's
I
one
don't know
pizza
if you've
joint,
ever
one
been
pub.
there, to be honest.
Well, I was thinking there's that Nubs pub is down there. They've got
Yeah.
pinball
That's
machines,
one of them that I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
yeah.
Which
There's
I've
one-
been
Yeah,
there.
and it's like it's $1 a pinball, and I'm like, especially when Amelia wants to play, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's pretty rough, right? You're like,
her,
oh,
and every ball lasts like 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
You're like, wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty quick money.
that's the amazing thing about
Showbiz Pizza was the place
founded
to
in
be.
1981. All right,
Showbiz
Iowa.
Pizza. Yeah.
Pizza Ranch.
Yeah, because I remember they had on the napkins, they had every location. Right? So I do remember
yeah.
Hull being at the very top
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Iowa, and then our town was Lorenz, and we were like the 10th one So like,
Yeah.
I always thought, oh man, we were one of the original pizza ranches. But our poor pizza ranch is now closed in town. And I kind of have had, in the past 7 years I've been down here, I've had a craving for it.
Has any other restaurant opened up in town? So is it, otherwise it's literally just Casey's now?
Like crummy, like somebody's tried doing like a diner,
Yeah.
I think, but I don't think it's the same. It's in the spot where, so if you remember where that Casey's is at, then there was down the road, the other way was the country store. That's now a diner of some sort, but
Interesting.
they also have a Dollar General now, so, which we never had growing up
Interesting.
Sounds like John needs to get up there and start a food truck.
there. Hell no, I'm not going back up there.
No.
I would sit there empty
It's
probably.
not-
Nobody would
yeah.
come
How many people live there? What's the town population?
I don't know what it's up to now or down to now, but we used to always say it was around 1,200 to 1,500 total. That was in its heyday.
My town I grew up in was 3,000 to 4,000.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't much bigger, I guess, in terms.
See, that would be. Oh my god, I don't even know what town in Iowa that would be.
I had Manhattan fairly close by, so everybody, if you want to do something, you just drove over there.
And see, the closest for us that you could go to that had anything was Spencer or Storm Lake were the towns, and those were at least a half-hour drive to do anything. You wanted to go see a movie, you wanted to get something to eat, you'd go over there.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about movie theaters?
Yeah, well, I mentioned to Devon how you were talking about that, giving the spiel.
Yeah, I love that shit. I literally it's really hard. I don't think that. Sorry, we're flipping the subject immediately. It sucks that 32 millimeter film got wrote out of history, right? And it's much easier to. I don't know. It's much easier to handle now, right? Digital key, whatever. Not a big deal. But there was something magical about reel to reel, and even before. So, do you know how old school movie theaters used to run? Have you ever gone to a movie theater and you see the little black dots on the screen?
I was literally thinking to myself, the best way that people can learn how the movies and projectors work is watch Fight Club, because Brad Pitt does that in the movie, and he points out the cigarette burn in the corner.
Yeah, and a lot of people didn't realize that, so yeah. But yeah, you see that, and so back in the heyday, like in the 50s, 60s, 70s, you would have a guy that'd have a reel with a projector over here, and a reel with a projector over here, and they literally would just step on this and start this one up as this one trail off. And then they would that would be their job, is to run the movie. And they were like, okay, let me set this one up, and I'm going to spin through and get it all set up. And then as soon as they see the first one, they know to get ready. When they see the second one, step on the pedal, and it spins up on this one, and it keeps going. And back and forth. It's a really neat concept. And then in the 70s and 80s, they're like, why the hell would we do this? And we just make one gigantic reel. And so we literally made reels every day that I was there, and they were this big around.
Yeah.
Like you had to have, we called them clips, right? And so you set up a metal ring on a top platter, and you thread it through the projector, and you come back. So you have your big film on the middle platter, right? And you're spinning out from the inside out, and you're spinning it
Stream
out,
can't
and then
see you. You need to.
oh,
get
sorry.
closer. There you go.
Okay, so over here, the projector. Okay, so the way that it worked in the 90s, God, was it really not? Yeah, it was the 90s. Jeez Louise,
Wow.
I feel old. So the late 90s, when I worked at a movie projector, they
I was
a
alive,
movie
yeah.
house.
And then-
When you were alive, there was 3 giant platters. Pull up a image for 3. Just type in 3 movie platters or whatever.
3 movie platters?
Yeah, because that'll probably show it. The images.
Yeah, no, you're bringing up the Platters, like the band,
Oh,
like
man.
the musical
What
group.
the world? Put movie. Yeah, see that right there? That one.
This?
Nope. Right there.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. So this is what it used to look like. This is what happened when I was there. So there's a top, a mid, and a bottom platter, right? So the reason why they run 3 is so that you can have different.
That's so tiny.
You can put it to the top or the bottom. Sometimes the platters were kind of wonky, so you didn't do that. But you can see how the film. So this film comes underneath here too.
Was it this blurry back in the 90s
Yes,
too?
because all pictures were this crappy in the 90s, dude. Like I didn't even have a cell phone that could take a picture back then.
I did.
Well, I guess you're right. I had a Sprint flip phone kind of like that.
Yeah.
That could take pictures, but nobody was doing that, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was
Look
still...
at this one. We opened this one the other night.
It's
It's
still-
got some pictures on it.
It has storage for 16 photos.
Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty much. Is that a Sprint phone?
Verizon. So
Because
it's
it looks
probably
really
about,
similar.
probably about the same.
Yeah. So I had a phone similar to that in the late 90s.
Oh yeah, here, check this one out. This one is me on a motorcycle.
Oh my god. Like,
Yep.
even
That's
the,
what pictures look like.
even the screen's so small you can't even see.
Yeah, I
it.
know, right? Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Good
But-
times.
Yeah. So you see here, this is the motor.
What's
Right
the
here on the
weirdest
side.
thing you've found on these phones and laptops you buy?
Oh my god.
Um,
Some weird pictures.
So I actually haven't found a ton. It's kind of creepy how many computers I've bought that people just give me the password or like say like, oh, I couldn't figure out how to reset it, but I'm sure you're a tech guy, so you can probably figure it out, right? I'm like, yes I can. So this last one I bought didn't have like anything on it. I don't know. I assume he went and deleted everything. But the one of the PCs I bought did have all it had on it was one of those like creepy, very large breasted anime girl like montage wallpapers on it. It had that. It was an ultra high contrast mode. So every like window that you opened up was just super black and white. And then it had 2 documents on it I could find. One was his resume, and one was his the document for selling his house, which you could tell was like a his wife had like scratched out her last name and like written in her old one type of thing. Like so like
Selling her,
it was just
it was a
the like
divorce phone?
the saddest saddest stuff I've ever seen. But yeah, that was a pretty easy that was a pretty easy like story to fit together, that you're like, oh yeah, this guy just was like, yep, I'm gonna buy a gaming PC because I'm gonna start gaming now, and he did not. What kind of job did he do? He was like he was some supervisor at a like a mechanic shop or something like that. We did find I really want to start doing like Goodwill PCs and like videos on stuff like that. I did find we went to a Goodwill one time and there was a PC like set up and running. Literally like click into it and there's a taxes folder and it's got just like the last 15 years of taxes for this person, and I'm like looking through this. I'm like, but obviously my assumption is, grandma passed away and like they just didn't know what to do with their computer, so they just But of course it didn't have a password on it, nothing, like nobody did anything. It was just sitting in a Goodwill. But of course they wanted, like $200 for it. I'm like, no. I would have bought it. I would have bought it if it was like $20.
If it was good.
Yeah, if it was worth literally anything. But yeah, they had like $150 on it or something. I'm like, nah, that's fine. I don't
wild.
need it. Yeah.
So it just was open for you to use at
Yeah.
the Goodwill.
Yep.
But
Yeah, it was just I mean, it was like an XP machine too, so I don't think it had a password on it, so it was
Yeah.
just up and running to show you that it was running. But yeah, literally just clicked into like my documents and just everything is there. That was probably like before the pandemic, but probably not much before. Because I know Amelia was with us, so it was within the last 6 years somewhere. Like it was not like forever ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, it's been interesting how many people have not like
don't properly clean
yeah,
anything.
yeah. So like this last one that I bought down in Clinton, we're gonna be doing that our whole life. Yeah. He did not clean the machine off either. I was really hoping to find something on it, but as soon as I popped it off again, I think one, that's a really, really good sign that you're going to get a really good deal. It's when people just have no idea what they want. There's a lot of people that are like, I want to get into PC gaming, spend like $2,000 on a full setup, and then they're like, I didn't really do anything with it, so I'm going to sell it now. And then they sell it for half the price. They sell just everything. They're like,
Kind of like the Stream Deck's happening now.
yeah, exactly. Just I didn't really use it. So yeah, that was this case. He had a couple games installed, and that was about it. Like he didn't use it for literally anything else.
Did you end up buying that HP that you told me about?
No. So it's
Because he
down
was in Wichita or whatever?
Yeah. I haven't looked recently, see if it's still there. Because 100%, if he still has it, and you know somebody in Wichita or are going to Wichita anytime soon, I will give you the cash to get it.
I mean, I know some Wichita people that might be coming up for the event that might end up working out.
I would give some extra money for let me see if it's still listed. Oh, my conversation's still here.
That usually close down when they
Yeah,
sell it.
if you mark it as sold, it'll...
I'm trying to sell a kid's bed. You want a kid's bed?
No.
You sure?
Unless it's a race car bed.
No. It's a
Leo,
regular IKEA bed that extends.
it's still listed. I will
Probably come down another $100.
I will Venmo somebody like right now if they go and pick it up for me.
I wonder if Jackson still lives down there. I don't know where some of these people live anymore because everybody's kind of moved around.
Yeah.
Pandemic stuff.
Yeah.
I do know a guy named David that lives down there. If I can get him to come up for the land, then he would do it for sure.
Yeah, like I would throw somebody $100 just to see. Yeah.
Save you the trip.
Go grab this for me. Deal with the Facebook Marketplace for me. Oh man. Rhett was with us, so it's within the last 28 years. Yo. Dude, time is just something else. It doesn't exist anymore, I don't think. Time is crazy.
No, no Tony tonight.
No,
I was expecting to have an electrical chat.
He finally texted me like 10 minutes before 8. He said he wasn't gonna make it. Oh, I kind of figured that at this point, but
It's all right.
oh yeah. Well, it's not gonna be the last stream, I'm sure. But Devon yelled at me for ruining a stream earlier, so I'm being quiet. Thank you, appreciate it. I turned all the YouTube chat filters up and tried to like filter his name and everything, but
Didn't work.
just doesn't. Yeah, It's just not strong enough, apparently. But it might be
need a
about
harder
that
drink?
time though.
No, I'm fading
Are
pretty
you
quick.
sure?
I'm positive.
You remember the
I mean, if
Star
you-
Trek
you
rooms
can
at
rally, baby,
Cerner
let's go.
Lands?
Oh, no, I gotta
Did
have
you have
it again.
Star Trek rooms at the lands?
Yes.
Okay.
So we had. It was called Artemis.
Okay.
And it was something that James Ransom, his family, I think his brother owned. So at some point in, this was 2016, 17-ish. Yes, you were. They were trying to do kind of the kids' birthday circuit with this kind of Artemis thing, right? So
Okay.
they would bring it in.
What is it? Just a full
So, well, yeah, they had a
spaceship setup?
pull up a trailer for Artemis.
Like
It's Star Trek. It's literally Star Trek on the bridge.
I remember
Like a
the,
game?
the bridge
Yeah.
simulator.
It's
Thing.
that's where the bridge simulator came from. It's from
okay.
Artemis.
'Cause I've seen that.
Put Artemis video game or something. Yeah, this guy.
which one? This one?
Yep. Yeah, you can see
Six-player Star
they're all
Trek
dorking
game.
it out. But you have a station that's for engineering, and a station for security, and a station for, yeah, you can skip all that. But yeah, this is kind of what it looked like. Is well, that's unfortunate. It shows some gameplay. But see how they have it all set up like this. They had actually bought touchscreens that were like 30-inch touchscreens.
Interesting.
That all the computer was
Yeah.
inside, and so you actually like, hey, you would say, okay, engine's full, and somebody, and do the whole like
Nice.
while you were on the bridge kind of thing. And then this was this is deep space,
Yeah.
or that's the station. And then you look at the map, you look at the bad guys, you go fight them, and then this is you fly around.
It was a full replica of the Star Trek bridge. Individual
Yeah.
stations, different controller types.
Yep.
Huh.
It was really cool, but I mean, we brought them in. They did it for 3 or 4 events or whatever, and then not enough people were coming into play, so they didn't bring it back after that. And I don't know. They probably just ended up selling it out or whatever.
Yeah.
But the intention was that they could get birthday parties and
Sure.
stuff to kick off of that. And I don't think it really caught on
I was gonna
because
say, how many
birthday
kids
parties are
there?
gonna they're not gonna know anything about Star Trek, right? But yeah, this was a thing here where that means that there's bad guys on your ship,
Yeah.
and then you would send your security guys over to fight them and stuff.
Interesting.
It was really neat for what it was.
Yeah. It looks really cool.
And if you wanted to really like role play and get into it, it could be a really cool experience.
I'm
but
sure, yeah.
half of the people were in there thought it was a big joke, and they didn't
Yeah,
really
they were
take it
just-
very seriously. And it was
Well,
what it
yeah,
is.
again, I feel like Star Trek is like an older generation thing
Yeah.
still.
Yeah. Well, of course, now that they haven't made a proper Star Trek for 15
Yeah,
years.
right? It's been a long time.
Like, I mean, I was the kid, like my parents went out to dinner or whatever, and I stayed home with my brother and sister, and I watched Star Trek and Night Court or whatever, like those are the shows that were on TV. That's what we watched on our 10 channels. But it's a lot of fun. You saw the TikTok I forwarded you, right, with the Star Trek deal
Oh, yeah.
with
yeah,
the 3.
that's a
I
good-
thought that
that's a
was
good one.
hilarious.
Was a good one.
Yeah, it would be nice if Star Trek didn't do something on. I guess that's true. They've got the new stuff on Paramount, but
Oh, yeah.
like who has Paramount and who's paying that extra money? Just I mean, unless you're already a Star Trek fan. Well, like if you're not a Star Trek fan, you're probably not paying for Paramount.
I got it for
I'm not a Star
players
Trek
and then canceled it.
And then why did you get Paramount? For what reason?
Whatever movies they had on there currently that I wanted to watch.
Okay. I mean that's fair, but
I thought about watching the Halo show, but then I watched the first episode and I was like,
I remember talking to you about that, and I fell off. I don't know what happened. Like I watched the second or third one. I was like, hey, this is all right.
Have you watched Players yet, though?
I haven't.
You
I need to
should.
put that too. Yeah.
It's completely worth
I actually don't have a binge-worthy show at the moment.
Do it. It is.
But
it's only.
I don't have time for that right
It's only 10 episodes.
I don't have time for that right
It's so good.
I've got to buckle down and get more sponsors.
You will love it. You will love it.
I probably will.
Yes.
But I'm spending all my last.
If Paramount is surviving as a company, then there are exactly that many Star Trek fans left.
Yeah, pretty much. Because they got that new Picard, right? Yeah. So they're of course.
Honestly, after that's done, like, what do you even do with Star Trek?
Well, then you go to some. They'll probably do some Will and.
Yeah, but it's not. Oh, yeah, right. Nobody's one. I don't think he would do that. Two, I don't think anybody would care at this point.
I don't know. I bet they would do some kind of Will spinoff because Will was supposed to be the chosen one. Do you not understand this? Like Will was supposed to be the chosen one.
I don't think that anybody would care about that though.
Data, yeah. I keep saying.
Didn't
Will Wheaton?
Data? Didn't the guy that played Data? Yeah. Didn't the guy that played Data just die too?
No.
No?
No. Brent Spiner. He's no, he's not coming up.
Isn't he literally going to be here?
What just?
No.
I don't know.
That's
what
why I was.
happened?
I don't think he's on the list.
Why do I remember hearing about him in the news like a couple months ago? No, he's going to be at Comic-Con. Okay.
I wasn't sure if he was. I didn't see him confirmed because it was Jonathan Frakes.
Yeah.
Shatner.
Yeah.
And was it Brent Spiner then? Was the third?
Is it? Okay.
Okay.
I just remember seeing him in the news for something. I don't remember what it was.
Nichelle Nichols died. She was Star Trek.
Yeah, the
Uhura.
OG.
Oh, really?
OG communicator.
I did meet her.
Yeah.
She was very hard of hearing. And then I think like an alarm went off at the place, and then she would cover her ears for the duration while I stood there calmly waiting, patiently waiting for it all to happen.
Jeez.
And then I met George Takei. I think you were there. You took a picture of that.
I was there.
He wouldn't allow pictures of you and him together, but you could take pictures of him signing.
Chris Claremont is going to be there. I don't know who Chris Claremont is.
Who the hell is that?
I don't either. I'm going only really to meet Mr. Feeney.
Shatner was a huge D the last time he saw him.
I could see that.
I believe that. Yeah,
I could see that.
I had an okay experience with Shatner. He was fine.
Who was I? Chris Claremont.
I think he like gets into his own humor and thinks everything's funny, and he treats and people don't like, hey, well that wasn't right, kind of thing.
Yeah. He does look good for his age. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Even up close, it's like I can't believe he's a 90-plus-year-old man. I don't know how much. If that's just good genetics, or if he's had a lot of work done, or
It's probably both.
Who knows? Yeah.
But I only want to go meet Mr. Feeney from Women's World.
Huh.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's one of those
Mr. Feeney.
That's one of those super weird ones that you're like, all right, I'm down with that.
I've met everybody else from that show. I might
really?
have to meet him. Yeah.
All right, so tell me this. While we're talking about guests, who should we bring in for Event 93? Because I want to come up with a name. Because I feel like gaming is in this weird zone, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I think Planet Comic-Con's stuff of like just they don't even try to fake it anymore, right? They're just like, we're gonna find whoever we want, and we're just gonna bring them in. Oh, here's some WWF people, you know, that has a ton.
They really made me mad this year though, because they've had some okay guests in recent years, but then they decided we're gonna make Planet Comic-Con, but we're also gonna have Planet Comic-Con anime, which is great, fine. Wow. But then they announce half their guests for this one are anime people. It's like, what are you doing? You're just alienating. I don't care about anime. Well, I'm not going for that, you know.
I'm not an anime guy. I've never been an anime guy,
but put those guests towards your anime show, not your main show, you know.
Yeah.
But
They needed somebody to fill, probably.
Yeah.
I guess,
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
there's
they
obviously
probably
lot
have a
of
target
crossover,
of, I
right?
need 40 guests.
Sure.
And they're going to, you know how they all fall out like a week before.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
sorry, Shatner's not coming now.
Which is too bad because, like, I've gone to Dallas, and mind you, Dallas is a much bigger city. It's a much bigger venue, everything. But, like,
I'm just gonna say
Dallas
a
gets
little
so many good guests. Amazing people.
more. No,
I don't know why Kansas City can't
because they have a decent airport.
get that. Well, now we have a decent airport, you know? But it's like, why can't Kansas
Sorry.
City...
It's all the only thing I've been reading on
Pot
Twitter.
shop.
the last.
Yeah,
Oh, look at our airport! Yay!
It's
know.
just it's been
We got
overwhelming.
restaurants!
Yeah,
I
we
know.
finally have like a B tier airport.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, but that's
Wow.
that. But I'm gonna go Friday, I think. So
That's cool. Well,
that'll be it. 'Cause that'll be a busy
I
weekend.
appreciate you in advance and giving me a lowdown on things going on that are unsaid.
Also, I don't know if I talked to you about this yet, but I have no idea if I'm going or not.
But Dylan,
Well, no, I was gonna say Matt Kanoki is gonna drop off a couple of Funko Pops that he wants signed, but he's not gonna be able to make it out there. So I was hoping between you and my brother that
okay.
you could get them out there and get them signed for him.
okay. I mean, yeah.
Or
depend-
or again, if I end up going, I have no idea if I'm going or not.
yeah.
If you're only going one day, maybe I'll go out there just Friday with you guys or something, and get them signed. But he's gonna hopefully drop those off this weekend and
Okay.
to get them signed. So
Okay. I did see they were people like they get like the pricing for everybody. They've upped pricing on those figures, the pop
Oh, really?
figures. Yeah.
interesting.
If you bring a pop figure, it's like $10 more for a lot of the people. I know. It's like okay, whatever.
What?
It's already expensive as it is. Now you're charging more on those.
Why
So,
is that signature
me-
harder to do than on a picture?
Let me ask you guys this because I
Because
really
you're not buying their picture,
Maybe.
probably.
I truly want pro okay. They have a booth where you can go walk
yeah.
over and get Funko signed.
Oh, nice.
Let me ask you this, because I've never been one to pay somebody to get. First of all, I don't pay people to get in line, and I don't pay people to
Right.
sign something or my face. Or
You're
give
asking.
me a-
Okay, so you're asking
Yes.
somebody who does this all the
Yes.
time. So
That's-
please
this is-
ask me.
This is why I'm here. This is why I'm asking. Tell me what you feel like the benefit of this is.
One, it's my hobby. I mean, if you want to pull up my,
I mean, we're pulling everything
we're pulling
else
everything up.
So
Pull this up. It's John's Autographs, and then I didn't buy the domain name, so .weebly.com. Because because I'm
such
too cheap.
an ugly website. It
Yep.
doesn't even.
Yep, I know, and it's an old picture of me. But I keep
Oh
it.
my God, I gotta
keep
see this here.
Hey, I made this like over a decade ago, and I still update
And
it.
for some reason, it still looks better than.
Oh,
you know,
you
most-
do not.
some
do not,
websites.
Do not.
It looks better than some websites.
Do not.
I'm just saying that it looks okay.
Thank you. I'm really young, and I'm really young here.
I see that. How old are you here in this picture?
I'm probably at least 18 or 19, and I'm gonna turn 30 in 2 weeks.
All of these pictures.
This
are
was
people
this
that
was
you-
in our pub that we had, so I displayed my collection in our pub. But if you were to click on like, you definitely had at least one offspring seat. No, I didn't. If you were to click on like me with celebs, you could see all the people I've met over the years. But for me, one, it's the experience, obviously, depending on who they are. But two, I've been collecting these for, again, almost 20 years now.
Yeah.
So it's my thing. So I don't mind the idea of waiting in line, getting an autograph, getting a cool experience. Like, where?
Hey, there's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
You met Chuck.
Scroll down a little further. Keep going.
Yeah, this is
Keep
this is
going.
really interesting. So you got Henry Winkler. That's cool.
Hey, there's a Hobbit.
I met Sean asked. I met Paul Rudd Christmas shopping. But I was gonna show like Tim Curry. I think if you scroll down further, I met Tim Curry back in 2017.
Reed is very jealous.
Oh, he's wonderful, dude. I had a blast.
Yeah, you missed it. He was talking about how he wants him to be his dad and his grandfather.
He's a very nice man. He's got a very classic portly belly too.
And this is the what the
Big
hell
Slick.
is this called? Big
Big
Slick.
Slick.
Big
So you went to
Slick.
that? That's
Yeah.
cool.
And that's all free. Val Kilmer. So like Val Kilmer, Ben Affleck, Jeff Goldblum, and again, if you go further, like I said, like Tim Curry. I get these one-on-one opportunities, and for me, it's a great experience because I'm huge into movies, huge into film.
Sure.
You know, I love meeting the actual person, and a lot of them are. I have mostly great experiences with them. Sometimes I've had some okay, like I haven't really had any bad experiences.
Do you wear the same shirt always?
I go as a Jurassic Park tourist. That's my cosplay.
Okay.
So yes, essentially, because I'm wearing my backpack and my Jurassic Park shirt.
Okay.
So I tell people I am
noticing
No,
this
yeah,
on
it is a
all of
trend.
this. Yes. Okay.
It is a trend. There's Tim Curry, Boondock Saints.
When was
There's
Tim
Kevin
Curry? Is he
Conroy.
still? Is he alive?
He's still alive. He's just not
really?
doing
Is he in a
great.
wheelchair?
Yeah, he had a stroke.
He had a
while
massive
back, yeah.
stroke. Yeah, but
I didn't know
yeah, Kevin Conroy. I know people are into that. John, let me get some of those sweet SEO backlinks. Yeah, I don't know. There's Michelle Nichols. We were talking about her. What? I know. Brady Bunch.
Yeah, Brady Bunch. There you go. Great.
Wow. Okay. I mean, this is way far beyond what I ever expected, right? I'm thinking like general fan, like you're
Yeah.
way over
Oh yeah.
whatever I expected here.
No, but I should have had a picture of you and I. Oh, it's not on here though. But I'll tell you what. I have a photo album at home of some of these printed out, and the
Ooh,
cover.
He looks like he's like.
Yeah.
This was downtown. This was downtown Iowa City. So he was hounded by people.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine. Dude, when did you get this?
You remember that because I think on this picture on Facebook you've said I
Probably.
won an internet. I won the internet.
2010.
Probably.
I don't even know who the hell.
That's
is that?
Michael Franti.
Well, I
It was
know
a,
I saw
it
the
was in
name.
Sioux
I
City.
don't-
Oh, yeah.
It was a free
He's-
concert.
He's a artist,
Musician, like reggae.
Yeah.
He had a really popular
I
hit.
totally thought he was one of the friends from that horrible Battlefield Earth movie.
No. No.
You know, you just
I do
start-
know what you're talking about.
If he was blue, he might be a Battlefield Earth guy with John Travolta.
But what was I trying to say? I had something. What was I talking about? I don't know what it was now. Now we're getting to where I'm really young here.
Yeah.
Then the youngest me, where I'm 5.
Who's that?
It's Sissy Spacek.
Oh yeah. I just couldn't tell in that small picture.
Because movie called The Straight Story was filmed in our hometown. So Sissy Spacek and Richard Farnsworth and David Lynch
Cool.
movie. So anyway, so yes, this is my thing. I love doing it. These pictures here, like this is the Edge from U2.
Yeah.
This was a school trip to New York, and we were supposed to be eating at the Hard Rock Cafe. Well, they were doing this event the exact same time as the celebrity auction. I skipped the dinner with all my friends just so I could get some of these. And then the Edge only signed 2 things, and one was for me.
Nice.
And like somebody had like a hand-drawn charcoal drawing of him that he passed over, and he signed my little hotel lobby like notepad. It literally is like a country inn and suites.
Oh.
Yeah.
You could find. I've got it on here. You could look it up if you go under my musicians tab. Go to musicians.
All right. Yeah, I had no idea this was a thing. So that far exceeds everything that I expected for any person.
So
Oh, yeah.
okay, so now you're one extreme. You're talking to the other extreme here. This is not like the average.
Yeah,
This is not
yeah.
everybody has
Right,
this collection.
Right.
So,
Right.
Let's see.
so it's hard to get like valuable data, I think.
Kegs and
You know,
eggs.
when
huh?
you're talking about
That was a Heim. I don't know who got that. That's here. I don't know who.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Kegs
Kate.
and
I
eggs
don't know if
here.
Katie got that from me or what. It's Heim.
Yeah, that's definitely a local thing.
Yeah. She had to have gotten that, or you, or something. Because this made me happy because Alana Haim last year was in Licorice Pizza, the movie, and she was getting a lot of attention for that movie. So I was like, oh, sweet, I've got her autograph before she kind of got even more popular with that. But I don't know, where is, like I said, the edge? I gotta find that. I think, is it, maybe I put it down at the very bottom? I don't think I would have, but maybe I did. There's Michael Franny.
Well, damn it. So now my answer is still
Oh, there he
valid.
is.
Or my question is still valid.
Yes.
I will never get an answer.
Yeah, there's the country and its sweets.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's awesome though, dude. I mean, this is a lot of work.
It's
All
been.
this stuff.
I think I started collecting in 2004 or 5. My first autograph was Alfred Molina as Doc Ock in Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and that poor picture is now sun bleached. I'm really disappointed because we weren't smart. We put these in our pub, and of course, right by the window, so a lot of them got damaged. So it kind of sucks. And a lot of these people are dead. So it's like, I can't get those back anymore. You know, like that. What I have is what I have.
Yeah.
But, so anyway, so to tie it all back, your question of standing there and waiting
here's my, let me just explain my full process, right?
Mhm.
So if you're going to did you get a single day or a weekend pass?
normally I get, it depends.
We're gonna have vendor passes.
Yeah. Normally, I will do a single day or the weekend. Now, when I've done Dallas, we've gone all out. I get the VIP pass where I skip the line. I go right up to the front.
That's one thing that I'd like to work in, but that's 5 years down the line.
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
The Dallas it's the VIP pass. You skip the line. You get the extra room away from everybody. You get all the free perks. The skipping line is the best thing ever because there's some of those lines are.
I mean, when I go and when my family goes to Disney World, I'm definitely paying the extra money.
Yeah.
Like, you're already spending $5,000.
Right.
You might as well spend the extra, the fast pass.
And the
too,
one
right?
year that we didn't, the first year we went, we didn't have the fast pass, and that was where Mark Hamill was there.
Yeah.
And technically, so I got a ticket for that one, and I waited the first day 8 hours, not in line, but I was in line.
Yeah.
My number wasn't called yet, so I went back the next day, got right in line, and I would have been guaranteed to get his autograph and meet him, but I had my Tim Curry event like 3 hours later, and the woman was like, "Well, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry," and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? I waited literally all day for this, and now you're telling me I can't get it?" And I was willing to drop the cash for it because he was $195 for the autograph. It was one, and now I can't imagine what he'd be like anymore. Some of these guys, you'd be amazed.
That is amazing. Like, how much money do you spend on this shit?
I think
Some
what
people
we
are
need
nuts.
to do is we need to position you as a celebrity. We need to start selling this kind of stuff for you. I'm thinking we start with Cameo. $20.
Go cheaper than that.
You
$10.
will read a bedtime story for 1 minute on a video and send it to people.
Some of these guys though, there's a autograph service that I've used before.
Yeah.
They've gone up in price over the years, which kind of bugs me. But like their most expensive signing that I've seen is Sylvester Stallone. Base price is I think $850 for the signature, and if you want dedication, it's an extra $1,000 on top of it. And some of these people that I see, because I'm in groups for these things, some of the things I see them get signed are so ridiculous. Like, do you have a shot glass? I've seen people they'll spend that kind of money to get signed a shot glass. It's the dumbest thing. It's like, no, I'm gonna stick with the photo.
Do you want a really funny autograph story?
Sure.
So a couple of years ago, we were going to go to a Chiefs game. It was the first full starting season of Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
He was doing really well.
If this is the one I know, this isn't funny.
Yeah, it's not funny. So we ended up buying the tickets through this website that bought... The deal was you buy 2 tickets for basically $250 a piece. They were lower level seats. You get a signed Patrick Mahomes football with it. I was like, sweet, let's do it. Like, that's pretty decent price for an autographed football and 2 tickets to the game. I mean, we'd be paying like $150 a piece for these tickets anyways. Let's do it. So I got the football. This was right when we were moving to this house. So we got the football, and I kept it in the box because I didn't want it to get damaged, ruined, whatever. And once we got over to this house, like, I was going to get one of those plastic, display cases for it and everything. So, long story short, I kept it in the box, apparently a little bit too long, and it got mixed in with the rest of the, like, moving boxes that we were throwing out.
Yeah, it's an awful story.
It's gone. And, like, every year that passes gets more difficult to think about. But if I would have just not thrown that box away, I would have a Patrick Mahomes signed football sitting up on the shelf up here. But I don't. I have an empty football case. Because that's what ended up happening. Is I ordered the case to put it in, got the case, and then was like, okay, where's the football? Where's the football? So now I just have.
That is awful.
Yeah, tell me about it.
That is awful. I would hate myself.
I just literally just threw it away. Threw it in the garbage can.
Did
I don't know how that
Speaking of movie stories, moving stories.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not interested anymore. It's in the movie.
When we moved to our current house was the same weekend that we had the Loyalty event in 2015.
Okay.
And I chose to go to the Loyalty event.
Wow.
Of Casey Game On.
Okay.
So first of all, we had movers.
Okay.
And I had prepackaged everything.
Sure.
Like, we were ready to go, and both garage bins were just full of moving boxes. Like, open your door and pull them all in. And I drove down to the new house at 8 or 10 a.m. or whatever when we started, and I moved a handful of clothes and everything in there, and literally that was the first time I think that Deanne was super pissed at me about, like, she knew. I think that was the first time that she figured out that Casey Game On was taking over my life. Like, I was like, this is important, and I'm going to go to this event.
Sure.
And she's like, but we're fucking moving. I was like, we paid movers. What more do you want from me? Like, they're moving all the shit.
Yeah.
And so they moved, I moved a bunch of stuff down there with her and a couple of different trips. We got all the pets and everything down there. Mm-hmm. Got all the stuff that we really needed, and then they pushed all the boxes in. Yeah. And then on the next day, I got right up and we started working on unpacking everything. And to me, it wasn't a big deal, but man, that's a back pocket move. Every time that she gets mad at me, she brings that up.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Probably could have chosen better, but I mean, our loyalty events were our loyalty events. That was our big event of the year, and it had thousands of prizes, and I can't even remember. I probably didn't win anything.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't.
But anyway, back to the signature.
Let's be honest. I just, when you mentioned winning stuff, I've won just infinitely more things at Casey Game On events than I ever did at, like, previous, like, Extra Life events that were hosted by, other people that may or may not be, in chat or anywhere, like, or like in any, famous, like, Twitch streams or anything. I've never won anything in any
I
of
didn't
those.
remember what I was gonna say, and then I want to hear what more you have to say about this. But anyway, I have this photo album at home of a bunch of like pictures from Comic-Con from a few years ago, and pictures of like Amelia when she was born and stuff. But on the front, there's a thing that you could slot, picture to show, and it's me wearing Reed's Mega Man
Oh yeah.
helmet.
Nice.
Because I remember he was sitting with someone else at the Twitch booth there, 2016, and you told me to wear the helmet and then run off, and I ran off with it. So
He hasn't said anything, so he's
Oh,
not
no, there
watching.
he is.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, he's there.
He is
Still
One
there.
more.
He's still there.
One more.
All right.
all right, so what was your thing about this? Oh, you want to go back?
Yeah,
about-
don't put that in your ear.
No,
that
I
would
did.
hurt.
But what about the signatures now?
Well, so just overall, so yeah, back to the whole premise of Comic-Con in general,
Uh-huh.
right? So obviously, they've hit critical mass, right? And so whatever they do is going to get 70,000 people to show up. Doesn't even matter who shows up.
Yeah, right.
It don't even matter what's going on. They're just going to get 70,000 people to show
Yeah.
up for this event. And to me, the most interesting thing of Planet Comic-Con is that people are willing to pay $85 for a weekend pass that most of the time they don't use more than one
'Cause
day,
they're- yeah,
right?
and a lot of it's spent standing in line.
And most of it is in standing in line or
That-
waiting through traffic.
That's why
I-
I never liked going.
Well,
But then you're willing to spend an additional
Yeah.
$40, $80, $120
no, I mean it's true.
to get signatures.
And obviously we haven't done Dallas since COVID has happened, but like I budgeted out, I'm gonna set aside $1,000 for the weekend, and I will spend most of that by the weekend's over. But to me, I can justify that because one, it's my hobby, and two, but there are some of these things that people spend on. I agree. I don't understand it. I really don't. You see people come up with the craziest things to be signed, and they're hauling around wagons of things, and it's like, ooh, okay, like
I mean, in my mind, I'm just like, most of these people aren't, I'd say, well off, right?
no, I mean, no, I hate saying that too, but there's some people I hate to stereotype in looks. It's like I don't understand how they're doing it. I really don't.
Like, why is this so important that you feel like you need to spend
I don't know.
base pay? You're spending $120+ to stand in line for 2 hours to get a signature from William Shatner. Is William Shatner that important? Is he that significant of a figure in your life?
Pull up.
And,
Go
hey,
to.
You don't count. I know you're going for
Go
everybody.
to W. Go to W. Go to the W's.
I don't.
But like, I mean, you're
Scroll down to, I guess V through Z. There's Shatner.
Yeah, and I mean that's awesome. But this is a whole different.
Yeah.
What you're showing me here is a whole other level of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking
And see,
about your.
Unfortunately, I'm in the same boat as you. Like I have a couple.
not.
I have a couple of autographs, but mine are so like I have more League of Legends pro player signatures than like anything else.
I guess the question is, if you asked me, like, who would I want a signature from?
Go to X out of this and go to. Wait, John, was the time you met Shatner the same time you met Winkler at Peace? Possibly. I think so. I think it was.
So that's also interesting that you say Shatner was angry about something. So the other thing that I was thinking, because most of what I've learned through watching other people is that you can get these people like Shatner to come into Planet Comic Con, and I don't know what the real contract is with Shatner, right, to get him to come in and all that stuff, but to get him to repeat, then he must have, whatever he was angry about, like, must not have been that much big of a deal, or he was just swimming in dollar bills in his hotel room and didn't really care. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, what is the...
I talked to a guy one time that talked to me about the pricing for these things, and I, of course, now can't remember, but some of them, it's nuts how much they make.
Yeah, so it says $75, and I would believe that, for sure, 100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
More like 90, I
Yeah.
think. And I think now I saw his pricing is 120,
yeah.
which is more than I paid for
What the
him.
fuck, man? what is this person doing for you that's so important? And not asking you, right? I get it.
Yeah.
You got, you get one, you get them all, right?
Right.
It's like Pokemon for you.
No,
Apparently.
I mean, if you
Pokemon
really,
celebrity signatures.
if you really
okay.
cared, I mean, I've got everything alphabetized, and
Yeah.
this is up to date except for
Dude,
maybe about 4
I
pictures.
appreciate the hell out of that.
I haven't.
mean, we've done
And then
shit.
you
Way
like hockey?
beyond.
Go to my hockey page. I've got see who's on there that you would. I don't know if I have any Penguin people though, but
I was gonna say, do you have Lemieux
I
and
don't have Lemieux.
Yamir Yager? Because
I do have Connor McDavid on a rookie though.
Yeah.
Which that is like I'm stoked I did this one back in the day.
No, that's cool.
Truba.
Oh shit, man, that's crazy. I did not realize this at all. Like, did not even. Not know that.
Do I have my jersey on here? Scroll up. Do I have my hockey jersey? I think I
one?
yeah there yeah. Because I met all the Canucks.
That's awesome.
What year is
Yeah,
that?
see, I have a,
2011,
I have,
2012.
and I have a League of Legends shirt that looks like this with a bunch of signatures on it.
So same thing. That was 2011, 2012. Met in between
Yeah.
their hotel and the arena. They'd walk through like 2 or 3 at a time, and
Scarfino says
dream come true.
you're 1% celebrity by skin contact.
It's true. Like, and that picture of me with Sissy Spacek at the Straight Story. Like, I was supposed to be in that movie, so like, I could be signing autographs. I was supposed to be the little boy rolling the ball.
You'd be the one that everybody hates, like, oh, this guy at another con. Okay.
Hell yeah,
here we
I'd
go.
I was almost in that. I was on Nickelodeon.
Wow.
I should be signing autographs for that. I was on.
All right. Sure. All right, you got a piece of paper. I need to get a signature.
All
right
right,
now.
all
Just
right. I wish I could find that's lost media.
I'm gonna start a nicksautographs.weebly.com. It's just gonna have John on there.
I wish I could find that though. I have it on VHS. It's taped, but I appeared on Nickelodeon. I want it. Yes.
Not this Nick.
I
Just
was on
clarifying.
Nick.
Not on this Nick.
I'm not gonna go further what I was gonna say because then it's really gonna derail. I was gonna say I was in the 6th grade and I was on Nick.
Something about slime, but it's okay.
No, I was a virtual audience member.
I'm a gamer. Yeah, those were the days.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So anyway, let's go back to original point. Is Casey Game on 93. Who could I bring in? And again, like, this is where we've always been at this cusp of like, you got to put a bunch of money together to be able to bring more people out.
Right.
To kind of, you have to keep doing this in order to get there. Like, who can I bring in at a cheap enough price that will actually pay for it?
I have no clue on this level, but I feel like you probably need to gear towards your community. So, who's a Twitch streamer that is a big enough name that is willing to travel?
I think the problem is that half of our audience does not care about Twitch.
But is there somebody still
Literally
though
famous.
that you
And that's a good point. But
like they're gamers,
I'm
but
thinking
they're all
more-
like.
But I think about it like I guess PAX would be the, and this is the sad reality is that I've never been to a PAX. I've been to a couple of DreamHacks, and I don't remember, or maybe they did have a rotating Twitch, influencer or whatever that would come through there, but. Like you said, I don't care about that stuff. Yeah. Like, I'm there to play games and have fun and be part of the culture.
Exactly.
But it's part of, the next step is figuring out the Planet Comic Con formula of, like, how do I get people in? Like, people are showing up Planet Comic Con. Most people that are showing up now give zero fucks about comics. Zero.
Oh, yeah, right.
Like, don't give a complete ass about.
I feel terrible. I don't.
Who gives a shit?
I mean, to be fair, they call themselves Comic-Con, right? But like
they're
market themselves.
They're just pop culture.
Yeah, they market themselves.
Absolutely.
So I mean,
Absolutely.
to be fair, like, you gotta give them that. But yeah, they still use the name Comic-Con, right?
Yeah.
Right. You're not gonna change the name.
And I am any Comic-Con I go to, I peruse every aisle. I check out every vendor. I don't stop at every vendor, but I look at every single
it'd be
booth.
impossible to stop it.
No, I look at every single booth, so I was like, I'm giving my time, I'm giving effort to everything. And the comics, of course, I don't look through the comics, but I'll walk through there. I'll see what shops have cool stuff, and I bought some neat things. And I love the bootleg DVD stand. That's one of my favorites every year.
My question is, can I bring Reed in for no money, and him bring in me $1,000?
Absolutely. I'll get Reed here for you.
$1.
So come on down.
He'll sign autographs all day.
This is what I want from you, Reed. You bring in some money for me. Come on.
Guaranteed he'll be here showing off his TFT skills on stage.
You still got some real estate here you need to check on.
He's going to sell it to me, he said.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 2015 Reed. I don't think he's welcome in Kansas City anymore. That's why he moved.
I mean, I welcome him. I don't know about you. Whatever.
You're not a female in the industry. That's right. Sorry.
I thought we were going to talk about the community meetup. Let's pass on that. I don't want to shit all over that right now.
Good times. Good times. Here we go.
I hope I'm giving it a good laugh.
I just know, like, the YouTube chat filter is going insane right now, just stopping him.
Really?
It's
Well, I'll just say that I'm somebody famous. I'll sign autographs.
Okay.
Just that'll be like the
What
biggest.
movie were you in?
That'll be the biggest scam of it all.
Okay.
You market it.
We're not trying to scam anybody.
You market it that I am somebody. Like I used to do that in high school. Like we go to speech, like Allstate, and we'd go down to the pool, and I'd be like, I'm somebody famous. We're gonna so that people can overhear.
Pull up his IMDb.
I did. I put it in chat here.
But I'll just say that I'm somebody. People can question it.
True life, baby.
Wow.
Let's
Okay.
go.
I don't know what that is, but
It was a show on MTV.
I know a lot of people on the IMDb. I don't have a credit on there though. Actually, no, I might. I used to. I wonder if I'm still on there because here's another one. Here's another my claim to fame, and this is also lost media. I was on an episode of Conan O'Brien. Legitimately me.
When was
So
this?
that
It was college.
they put you in IMDb for that?
Yeah, they credited everybody.
Interesting.
What it was though, realistically though, it was a fan made episode.
Okay.
So what it was an episode. I think Will Ferrell was a guest on there and other people, and then fans just recreated the episode shot for shot. So you'd get 10 to 15 seconds chunks, and then you just shot whatever, and then it was all pieced together as an episode, and then they aired that episode. So we chose the one that had the least amount of people submitting submissions, and we made it on.
Did you meet Chris Farley?
No, we didn't meet anybody. Because it
would've
was all
loved to
virtual.
I would have loved to meet Chris Farley, for the record. He was my hero. In
Chris
the
Farley
90s.
died when I was 4,
I
so
know.
no.
It was such a good time to watch.
John doesn't even know who Chris Farley is.
God.
Chris Farty? No, but that episode of Conan O'Brien, I don't think it exists. I can't find it anywhere anymore. Which is strange because you should be able to find it.
Jeez.
Now we're going off the rails.
Oh.
This is a different live stream. You'll have to come back for John's movie
Who
talk.
smells the best? So let's get back to who can I bring in that will be a net positive.
No,
for 93.
my most awkward handshake was with Ben Affleck. We did biff it, so hold your hand out. This is how Ben Affleck and I shook hands. It was so awkward. Ben Affleck, one of the most famous people.
You just totally whiffed.
We
Nice.
both.
Nice.
It wasn't me, it was both of us, just completely.
Oh my god. That's interesting. You know what? I'll try to get him to come out. It's since the COVID thing, he has been really reluctant to go anywhere, and it's been really weird. He refused to go to Level Up completely. Like,
Yeah.
he's never even been there.
I mean,
But
wanna be
I
there
don't blame
either.
him. That's another story for another day.
Yep.
That's the
That's the one that we won't talk about on stream.
But yeah, I could give him Taco Bell for fuck's sake. Come on in. I'll
I don't
give you
think he's got a problem getting Taco Bell.
quesadillas all day long. I'm on that train. He knows it. I'll get him quesadillas. I'll have him in the green room for him.
Yeah.
I'll promise.
Yeah, that would be fun. I feel like he's been quiet recently. I mean, I've seen him streaming every once in a while, but
He just recently picked up Destiny and started playing that.
really,
Yeah.
live. Actually, he did talk about bringing Country Greg back a while back. We could give him a stage.
I'll float him a DM and see
We
what he
could
says.
give him a stage.
That would be hilarious.
I can't believe that. Never mind. I'll talk to you after stream.
Yeah.
That is actually a good idea. Why do you never accept? Well, I mean, obviously, when we think about streamers and content creators and like influencers in Kansas City, he's obviously one of the first people that comes to mind, right? And at this point, we just assume
Who's
that
this?
Who
Megalol? Because I don't know who you're talking about.
Legion.
he doesn't.
I know Casey Tron is here, or was
Oh my
here. That's
God.
about the only thing.
She's still here, isn't she?
Is she still
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah,
I
she
thought
still
would've
has.
moved.
She has still has.
Let's
Well, I mean,
not-
she might have moved, but
I thought she would have moved by now, but she still obviously has the name.
well,
you want to
I've
invite
seen
Casey Tron to your Casey game on event?
Well, it's not. She's not Casey Tron because of KC. Her name is Casey. Okay.
Well,
But
she lives in Independence or someplace. Or
yeah, I mean, I've seen her do like in real life streams, walking around town.
I just know how recent though.
Yeah, well, I mean, probably like last summer, fall type of like good weather type of thing, right?
Oh God, I just can't even. I've tried to reach out to her a few times too. Be
Yeah.
like, hey, come into our Casey Game Cons, and she would never respond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's probably for the best, honestly.
Yeah.
She's a wild one.
Hello, Poxel. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome,
Oh my gosh.
Welcome.
new blood. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Maybe even
I feel like when you say that we tried to get her for an extra life stream, I feel like I've tried reaching out many times to her before, and and again, I feel like rightfully she was one of those people that wasn't super interested in giving away her exact location to the internet, which
I wouldn't.
yeah, again, I completely understand.
That was a whole. I mean, that was. You gotta remember, like. I don't think I should say this on stream.
You don't have to.
It was a different time
Yeah.
for Casey Tron and what she was trying to
Yeah,
do. When
sure.
she was still playing League of Legends all
Yeah.
the time,
Sure.
it was a different situation than when she flipped out and was like, "This is my lifestyle channel now."
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. Same.
That was different. But yeah, I mean, we've got, 4 or 5 what I would call middle tier
Yeah.
streamers in KC. But I mean, the problem is always like, hey, how much do I have to give you to come in?
Yeah.
And are you going to bring in $1,000 worth of GA tickets?
Exactly.
At
That's-
$5 a ticket, that's not. At $85 a ticket, that's a lot easier to reach
Yeah.
than.
Yeah.
$5 a ticket. So
Yeah.
at some point, like, we just have to raise up the GA.
Yeah. And I think
yada,
that's
yada.
the hard thing is that there's like you said quite a few of those like B tier type of influencers here in town, but I just feel like Kansas City does not care about
I'm gonna
B
get.
tier.
Yeah.
Nobody here does. There, you'll find the select group, but
All 3 of those guys are what I'm thinking of, and several others.
yeah. Yep.
Well, if I had started streaming 7 years ago, like I wanted to, maybe I'd be in the conversation.
I mean,
about
I
the-
did
it's all
start
about the
streaming
starting,
that long
right?
that long ago, and it didn't do
Yeah.
anything for me. So here we
I
are.
had a whole niche thing I was going to do anyway, and everything, but I obviously didn't do it because we moved down here, and then I didn't have a nice working computer with it. So, but now I do. So I don't know.
Right. And that's the gamble, right? And that's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to get at. It's like I would love to be able to move in this direction where Planet Comic Con, and I assume that, let's just say, like when you decide, I'm not talking about you. You're on a whole nother level that I found out. But I'm saying maybe Devon, right? It was like, why are you paying $85 to go to this thing?
Yeah.
Right? What is the true reason why you're doing it? And 90% of the people will be like, well, it's because it's super cool, and they feel like they're possibly going to rub elbows with a celebrity, right? Or the other side is like, oh, I'm going to find something that's really cool that I want to buy. You know, and they have hundreds of vendors, and we're just not at that point.
Right,
We're,
yeah.
you know, we're still here trying to get to here, and we don't have a place to put 100 vendors for somebody to find and have some niche thing that's really cool that's going to drive people in. And so our GA tickets are generally just a wash. Like, hey, that's great. You come in, you want to check out some cool stuff. But I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, let me get, you know, I said Dead Mouse in to, you know, do some... Because Dead Mouse does a lot of cool stuff on Twitch now because he's doing a bunch of this coding, and he uses Unity to build out his performances.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah.
And it would be super cool to have that, you know, going on, and then he just flip a switch, get dressed up, and go, you know, and be like, hey, and that's the other side of this. Go out and get Tech 9 or something, right? But then you're drawing in a whole different audience that isn't really Casey Game On.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Right.
Yeah, Tech 9 is awesome. Yeah, that's cool. You're going to get them in here. But do we really want 5,000 people trying to squeeze into a theater to watch Tech 9
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
that's not really what this is
Yeah,
designed for?
it's a completely different event at that point, and what's the point, right?
Right.
Like
So,
at that point, I'd rather scale down and just focus on gaming and having fun.
right. Well, the problem that I'm going to run into is how do I pay the bills? At the end of the day, I still have to pay for security and everything else that goes up with this.
Well, again, I'll be your celebrity. Just
Host gamer karaoke.
I don't need.
That's everybody. We need to do that.
Oh, we're
Everybody
going.
wants
Yep.
it.
We're starting at midnight on the stage.
Yeah, right?
At least at midnight, it'll get everybody out that is
Exactly.
going to be annoyed by it. You know.
Yeah, Friday midnight is karaoke. Like it's gonna happen at this point. Which I do have software, karaoke software on here, like ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, because
So.
I don't.
Since
I've thought about
Going
that,
overnight.
right?
yeah,
Like this also puts us into a weird place.
I have that on my list of like of things to ask you and who do we reach out to, because you know that there's got to be some dispensaries that
Right.
are ready to
Absolutely.
give us some money.
Give me a couple $1,000s and I'll put your name on here. But
yeah.
you know, at the same point, then you have all the parents that are looking at that'll frown at me.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like,
Yep.
well,
Yep.
you know, where do you come out with that? Sold his building
Oh, really?
to Besame.
I don't
What is
know what-
Besame? Besame? Besame?
I was gonna say be same, but
B-same?
I have no
I
idea.
have no idea.
I assume it's a dispensary type place.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And it
What do
doesn't
they need
surprise
of?
me. I mean, they're gonna make plenty of money, so why not, right? But you know, that's one of those where I haven't gone down that road yet, but I might get desperate enough to go down that road. But the other thing I want to talk about is that I put $85 VIP tickets, and 16 of them sold, and we're sold out in VIP tickets. Like, holy shit! people are actually willing to spend that kind of money for VIP. I was like, man, this is a lot of money.
And it's
for
funny
VIP.
because you didn't even like put on there like what VIP ticket even gets.
No,
Nobody even cared. They were just like, I want the VIP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I don't even care what it is. Just give it to me.
Go down that road. I know. I feel you. I don't think I have much of a choice, or what I'm gonna end up running into is not much of a choice because supposedly it should be common problem now, right? Or this is a common thing, and this is a legal thing, and so I shouldn't be trying to hold it back. But I still feel like I need to, even though it's in Missouri. But yeah. I feel like, yeah, and that's something we've kind of gone down that road too. Of I'll talk to. So the cool thing about all of this is Level 1's going to be at this event that we are this weekend, so I can talk with them. I don't want to feel like that we are basically ripping off what this all-in-one group is doing, and by trying to do the same things that they're doing. But at the same point, I'll have to figure that out. Yeah. Who do you talk to? I don't know. They're going to be there at the event, so between one of us, we'll be doing...
Yeah, so we're there's the All-in-One Gaming Expo is next weekend down in Olathe, so we're going to be down there. So there's going to be a ton of people that we're going to talk to down there, advertise the event, and hopefully just... Honestly, I'm hoping that this is a huge turnout.
Fading so fast.
Huge turnout for us. Just huge blow up because, like I said, these are the people that are willing to go to this expo are the people that are going to be willing to go to our expo in 2 months. So.
All right, I'll
If you
name drop you.
mention my name.
I ain't proud enough to not.
God.
I'll be name dropping Scarfino
See, this-
all over town.
That's the gamble right there. If you want to talk about gambles, mention Scarfino's name. Because that's either going to be he was awesome. He was a really cool guy. Or it's going to be the exact opposite.
I just remember him showing up as Mario. Did you go to any of those meetups, by the way?
Which ones? The
ones that
Twitch
were...
ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not a ton. I went to one or two, probably.
The ones that were at T3 or whatever that place was called.
T3?
Why
Why does that sound so familiar?
That does sound
But
familiar. Even I
but
think
so like not familiar.
Oh, shit, I forgot to follow up on my page. One second.
T3. That sounds familiar. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
What was
why
that
does
place
that
called,
sound-
Scarfino? That place in OP that we had a couple events at, right across from Oak Park Mall.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That
It
was when I was
used
down
to
here.
be. It was a Saints, and then they switched it to
It was
like T3 Arcade or something.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Is that right? T3?
That sounds
right.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep,
that
yep,
was when
yep,
I was
yep.
down
And
here.
then we ended up
Yeah.
at the Esports KC bar thing, which, God, oh my God,
What
I'm
a
so
mess.
glad that they're done.
What a mess.
Honestly.
You went to a lot of everything. Good. Oh man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You were there. I was there. I mean, I talked to you about every time we were there.
Oh man, what?
I got faded very
nice.
fast. So I don't know about you guys, but
You need me to slap you with a wet trout?
No shots.
Shots.
All right, Reed. If you want to jump on the phone with us, we can continue this conversation. But otherwise, I'm probably just gonna end this stream
Yeah,
because
Draftcade was in Zona Rosa. I like that place.
it is. I mean, let's be honest. I don't think I've had a stream.
All right.
I don't think I've had a stream that stayed on the rails. But yeah,
You're welcome.
let's do that.
yeah.
Thanks so much, everybody. But mostly Reed for being in the stream tonight. I don't know. I assume most of these streams get taken down immediately for copyright stuff, so I don't know if I need to even sign out when I know nobody's here. Oh my God, he's already calling me. Jesus Christ. All right. We'll see you next time. See you later.
Bye.